How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Big Six. Hope you're all good. Hope you're all well. Yeah, I see the comment. TOBS is on vacation, but he's still here. We got a full house in the building, people. So make sure you hit the like button first and foremost. Not only for the video, but for the new intro as well, people. And big up THUGGEry on the edit for that. Big up all six of us for making the effort to get to our stadiums, do it on a day that the games are not on. And there you go, people. New intro. So hopefully you enjoy that. Big up THUGGEry for that and the team as always. Listen, love for the love as well for the watch along, because that Man United Liverpool watch along numbers were strong yet again. The community showed up yet again. And listen, it's only going to get better. Tottenham Arsenal up next. And it's a full house for that as well. All six of us are going to be present at the studio for Tottenham versus Arsenal. So it's the first Big Six clash that the Big Six are going to be all present for. So make sure you're there for that one as well. Couple of weeks from now, and obviously make sure you subscribe to all of that stuff. Individual channels in the description below. We're not saying though all good. Well, to be honest, only a couple of teams won this weekend, so there's it's all mad. It's one of those ones, but it's one the community tends to like.
It's mad.
Yes, it is all mad. I was about to say, where do we begin? We begin.
Where else?
It's only
Where else?
Old Trafford. Old Trafford. Not the first time, not the last time this season for sure.
It's a new era. It's a new dawn. We've took Omar Barado, Jason Wilcox. We've took the lady from the canteen. We've
Rennie Hack
mows the grass. Ten Hag. We've got Rude. We've got Joshua Zirkzee, a star is born. And you've got fucking beat again. You look like a muppet. Go and get the balaclava out the fucking cupboard, because United are back, baby. They are back. Yeah, they are back. Eric is at the wheel. Eric is at the wheel. So we hold us out to the field. Come on, baby. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Where's the bally, man? Where's the bally?
Can't find that. Rennie Hack, bro. Why didn't Rennie? Oh, do you know what I want to know, SAEED? Why didn't Rennie Hack come out into the technical area and start barking orders at that team? Because obviously he's got so much influence. The way you've banged on about Rennie Hack, why didn't he get on that pitch and change things himself?
Who are we talking about? Rennie
Hack. Oh yeah, Steve wasn't here for that one.
You weren't there, Steve.
Steve wasn't here for that episode.
Rennie
Hack.
Exactly.
Don't diss Rennies, man, because Rennies are useful. When you got indigestion and you're on the piss and you take a few Rennies, it sorts you out. So don't diss Rennies, man. The only good Rennie around here is the Rennies from the shop, mate. Whoever that guy is, Rennie Hack, he's fucking hell, man. Useless. There's a whole line of them clowns there. Did you see that Omar Barade? You could look at his face and he was thinking, fucking, I've dropped a bollock here. I can't go and knock on Khaldoon's office and see what's happening, or Tixie Biggerstein. I've got to go and have a word with Jason Wilcox. He ain't got a fucking clue. And then Ten Hag, apparently it's all about, what does he keep saying? That line he keeps saying, stick to the plan, bounce back. There's no bouncing. The only thing that got bounced was Bruno all across the pitch. He got his neck tickled. Kobe Mainoo's ankles got snapped. And the Liverpool fans were just literally taking the absolute piss. So watch along for me yesterday was amazing. GRIZZ was drinking rival tears. We had chicken wings. Matisse nearly choked on the chicken wing because we were slagging off Bruno Fernandes, and Turkish, he was just wasted on Hennessy. So yeah, it was a vibe, man.
Then you got Trent after the match putting up three fingers. It's quite incredible. It's quite incredible.
Quite cheeky.
It's very it's very cheeky. The way that they're home, I was saying it earlier today, is just the way that they allowed their nearest and dearest neighbors to just come in, no take the shoes off, no manners, no decorum in the yard. Shit in the toilet, didn't flush, slept with the bird, didn't wipe the sheets, didn't nothing, just moved mad in the yard. It's crazy. It's just
mad.
Mad.
The dick on the curtains on the way out, mate. The dick on the curtains on the way out.
They robbed the gaff. They robbed the gaff. They robbed the whole house. Like, how is your captain getting his neck tickled in a derby? How are they doing rondos at your stadium in a derby? They are going nice in a derby. They could have made it 6. They said, "Nah, we'll just start blazing it over the bar. We'll just start taking 4, 5, 6 touches in your box."
It was mad.
Birch out muscling your midfield.
Mad.
Agati's got a lot of work to do when he gets back.
Bruv.
Fuck me.
Bruv. I was just
Lissandro, he got told to fuck off as well. Who do you think you're
Yeah, he
talking
did.
to, mate? Van Dijk was going to come and beat him. I didn't even like it, bro. I'm telling you, that was crazy, man. Every department.
The neck tickle is the neck tickle. Like a lot, we got to talk about a lot of things.
Bro.
But I've seen a lot of things with Arsenal captains over the last 10, 15 years. But a man tickled his neck. No, I forget. He looked over him for 10 seconds first. Like, what the hell is this guy on?
Bro.
And then just said, let me tickle his neck because he's not on nothing. He just,
you know, the next tackle. Then, if I was Bruno, the next tackle would have been neck height on that Van Dijk. If after tickling my neck, Roy Keane. Imagine what Roy Keane. Imagine if you tickled Roy Keane's neck on the floor at Old Trafford. What would have been going on after that? These men are getting humiliated on the pitch. They're getting tickled. What's happening next, man? Already this season, we've seen Gabriel Jesus have a finger up his ass. Now we're seeing him getting tickled. This is violations of all across the Premier League. There's something going on, man. No, he said there's all these campaigns, kick it out, stomp it out. We need to stop tickling people campaign because that is just
you know what?
I think even McGinn had one as well. He posted it, I think. But yeah, that's right.
You know what? You know what was actually mad to me, bro? Well, it wasn't even that mad, bro. The midfield, bro.
GRIZZ is coming in with the final sledgehammer. I can feel it.
Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and McAllister pressed them like pancakes, bro. It was mad.
Man said he pressed them like pancakes.
Bro, they pressed them like pancakes, bro. There was one bit, I think the offside goal, the way Gravenberch just blammed Maino real quick. He spun him, and the space that he had to run into when he spun him in the lead up to that offside goal was like, I was actually aghast at that Man United performance in the midfield, like aghast.
Casemiro
giving away the ball, just awful.
Casemiro was eating turf. Awful. His missus had to post another club's trophies to build his rep back after the game. It's mad.
That's bad, mate. His Bird had to come outside to fight. He was back in the back room. Bird had to step on the doorstep and say, leave him alone. You know, he's not coming out, but we're going to put some trophies in the front window just so you know what he's capable of if he does come out. You know what I mean? He was crying in the back room, mate.
Dalot, for me, Dalot was the only player who could hold his head up high with some credit. I thought he played well. Everyone else was, geez. Xerxes, my goodness.
Now, Tobe, Dutch Tom. I told you about Dutch Tom and Ten Hag. He's written in the stars.
Hey, Toby, tell Steve, though, man. At least Huddlestone had some tech,
man. Come on.
He had tech.
Listen, I called Amrabat last season the Moroccan League Catamol. So Xerxes is the Dutch Tom at the minute. But at the end of the season, I will publicly apologise to Tom Huddlestone if I'm correct. But at the end of the day, he looks like him. He walks like him. He doesn't really do too much. And you're going to see now. I'm not hating. Listen, he's a bad player. Toby, go for it. Tell him all about Dutch Tom.
Because you know what it is with him? Like, I don't know. Like, he still seems like 3-4 weeks off the pace. Like, he seems like you can tell that he's had no preseason because, bro, the touches are heavy. It looks like he's laboring up top. Not really clinical when he got a big opportunity yesterday that he should have scored. And just so everything's just loose. Like his passing, just giving away the ball. Like it was a really, really, really bad performance from Josh Xerxes. Like I can't lie. You're meant to be someone who's meant to like make it stick, make the ball stick and like pin Liverpool's defenders back and try and facilitate play. And it was anything but that yesterday. It was a car crash of a performance, to be honest. Garnacho was awful on the right-hand side. Rashford created 1 or 2 chances, but again, ineffective. It was just a typical Man United performance, honestly, a really, really typical Man United performance. And Liverpool, like, I want to hear what GRIZZ has to say on this, but I didn't even think Liverpool were playing to their maximum. Like Liverpool played, I actually think Liverpool played better last season than they did this season. I think they played better last season than they did this season, and they smoked them with ease. And I'm not even trying to say the result wasn't justified. The result was 100% justified. They smoked them with ease because they knew what was going to happen with Casemiro. They set traps for Casemiro. They were clinical when they had their opportunities at goal, and they just controlled the rest of the game. It was literally just cruise control after that third goal.
That's what you just hit the nail on the head there. The word was control. GRIZZ walked in the watch along. The first thing I said to him at the door was, "You're going to do these bums today." And if you'd have gone there with a Klopp philosophy of like rock and roll football and probably gone at them and tried to kill them, United might have had a little bit of joy on the counter attack. But what this Liverpool team does now, they basically they got a foot in the game. United started well early on with a little bit of possession, but Liverpool got a foot in the game. And like you said, they started to set traps. Gravenberch was outstanding. And then once they led him into traps, United can only play one way, we said it. When they're struggling for an out ball, instead of going back to the goalkeeper and starting again, which good teams do, you get Casemiro trying to play that wonder pass. Gets cut out, Liverpool on the break, goal. And to get hooked at half-time for a young kid to come on the pitch is disgusting. And like you say, full credit to Liverpool and full credit to the manager, Slot, because nobody really knew what to expect from him when he came in. He could have come in like other managers and started to sign loads of players and saying, I'm going to put my stamp on this team. Forget about Jurgen Klopp. This is my team. He's not done that. He's come in and thought, you know what? I'll take over from Klopp, but Klopp's got a good side. I'm going to let it run. I'm going to tweak it, and I'm going to sit there and I'm going to see how we go and see if they can play my football. And yesterday, they played his football. So to me, that looks like a manager that's got a bit of respect in the dressing room. The Liverpool supporters are behind him. They always will be. They do get behind the managers. And at the minute, you can't argue with what he's done. He's 3 out of 3. He's come in. He's gone to Old Trafford. Yeah. He's dominated the game. He's come away with a clean sheet and the points. And Liverpool look good. And no doubt in January, he'll know in his mind what he needs to do. But listen, Liverpool won't get an easier game than that away from home this season, I don't think.
100%. I was shocked by how easy it was for Liverpool to go 3-0 up. Like, they didn't really break a sweat and they were 3-0 up. It was so easy for them. So easy. Sorry, go on, Grizz.
No, you know, we've been doing these shows long enough, and we know what it's like when we have incidents like this, or, you know, crimes like this take place at certain grounds. And then we know our social media platforms that we have, everyone starts messaging us, make sure you cook him, make sure you roast him, don't let up, don't ease up. You know, we know we get all of these, and then we get sort of into this mode of, you know, we're going to slaughter that whoever it is, Matisse on Toby or Toby on Turkish or whoever. As you guys know, I'm at a different stage of my life. I'm at a stage where I think I'm past that, and I often discuss it with you guys. I say, look, I'm more into the education. Because we need to educate each other and develop each other. And Saeed's got, like Steve will know and Toby, everyone knows, Saeed's had his fair roastings in his past. And I mean, some more, you know, some have been more, oh shit, pause. Okay. Yeah. But he's, you know, he's been doing, so I think it's time to sort of educate. And
this is your life. This is your life. Is that the big red book? This is your life.
Only me, you, and maybe Turkish will know what that is. But these guys, you know what that is. They won't know what this is your life is. But if you know what this is your life is, this is your life. Man United fans, not only Saeed, but all these Man United fans that have recently been sort of gassing up INEOS. And, you know, INEOS era is here. Like Steve started off, what is this INEOS era? Well, what is this INEOS era? Is it a metaphor? Is it an idea? Is it a state of mind? Can it physically be touched? As the clock struck 5 yesterday and the world witnessed another Old Trafford desecration, we did know one thing. The INEOS era can be tickled. Much like Virgil reached out and tickled the captain. Arne Slot gave the INEOS era a playful little tickle. Saeed and the rest of the Man United fan channels, content creators, I may name some, I may not, Flex, Rants, Hold That. What is this era that you thought? It's their time again. It's 99 again. Teams quiver off their coaches as they walk into Old Trafford, knowing they'll leave with nothing. It's Manchester United reborn. Well, yesterday, the theatre of dreams very quickly turned into the theatre of screams. But the rest of the footballing world knew better. This is Manchester United. This is Ten Hag. This is Slot's playful reminder of where you are, where you will be, and where you won't be. Thank Arnie Slot for educating SAEED and the rest of the Man United mandem. Man United will never be enlightened, but take comfort in my manager's generosity in showing you the way. You will not find such comfort in the ENEOS era. The game, guys, you guys know we done a playful watch along. It was hot wings were on the go. Hennessy was on the go. Matisse, don't know what Matisse was having. He was having something.
Both.
And me and Steve we were drinking. We already knew. We were drinking tears. We already knew what was going to happen, what was going to take place. So much scrutiny on my new manager. Do you remember all these funny things they were saying about slot machine? Certain mans were making videos about slot. Oh, yes, my slot. What are you going to do? Downfall of Klopp. Downfall of Liverpool. Fuck out of here, man. That was the most humiliating, because I think, guys, I don't know what you guys think, I think that was more humiliating than the 7-0 at Anfield, because 7-0 at Anfield was just gung-ho, heavy metal. Anfield can do that to the best of teams. This is the shittest of teams. This Man United, we toyed with them. I call it surgical. It was surgical. We done an operation on them while they were alive, while they were awake. We didn't even put them to sleep. We just surgically operated on them. And they were oohing and ahhing, and Bruno was like bitches all over the pitch. We just tucked them away. I'm happy that we didn't go for it more, because we could have doubled that score very easily. Us four were there. We saw it. But unfortunately, we didn't. Instead, we just surgically removed every vein, intestine in their body. They were left with nothing. They were just empty shells.
You gutted them out.
We gutted them out.
They gutted them like a fish.
We gutted them out. The pitch, the crowd was gone. The Old Trafford was no longer there. It was empty stadium. In the 60th minute, people were walking out. After the 60th minute, it was a proper training session. The highlight would have been when me and Steve, if you haven't watched the watch along, I don't know what you guys were doing first and foremost, because it was a bad boy watch along, and we're doing big things over there. So make sure you check out the next one, because the next one's going to be special. But Steve, remember we were doing the right? So we were doing that. While we were doing that, Liverpool were tiptoeing, walking through the defense, and Szoboszlai, my Hungarian Gerrard and that didn't put a finishing touch to that. Otherwise, me and Steve would have buried them, because that was the literal burial part where you lower down the grave. So that was the best part, but it was a walk in the park. You guys know, I've never felt comfortable going to Old Trafford. I always say, sit on the fence where anything can happen. But after 15 minutes, I turned around to these guys on the live watch along. I said, they ain't scoring. It's a matter of how much we score. And that was in the 30th minute. I said, game's over. Clip me up, do what you want. Game is over. But yeah, man, I don't know what to say from my aspect, from my team. I'm very, very happy. I said it's going to turn a solid start into an excellent start. And that's what it is now. It's an excellent start. Long may it continue. We look solid. We look strong. And my biggest fear was, I think one of you mentioned, one biggest fear was hopefully they respect Slot. Because we knew what Klopp means to them. But my fear was like, they're going to think he's another Ten Hag, another bald Dutchman, a fraud. Nothing wrong with bald people. All right. But fraud of a Dutchman. But this guy's look at the way they played for him. Look at the way they were energized. Look at the way that they're employing his tactics on the pitch. I genuinely think it was more of a humiliation than the 7-0 at Anfield, because Anfield can do that to you. But this was the theatre of dreams, they call it.
That was the best Dutch bald manager performance at Old Trafford in the last 3 years.
Guys, how many times have we spoke about...
That's crazy.
It's true. We can go bald for bald. That's what I said. That's what it is.
It's fair, but it's crazy.
Guys, how many times have we discussed on this show footballing identity from coaches?
Yeah.
And how quickly football coaches should instill their identity. This brother's been here for 3 games, 2-3 months overall. Look at the identity Liverpool showed on that pitch compared to this absolute joke of a bloke. He's a joke of a bloke. Did anyone hear him afterwards? What language was he speaking?
It's crazy.
They were asking him, "What do you think?" And he was doing my, you know what I do when I'm stuck.
Yeah,
Brother was doing it in a press conference. What was he?
Even the journalist had to put him in his place and be like,
the journalist said, "Shut the f up. Can you answer the question?" He was like, I
talking about Harry Potter and that. Talking about Harry Potter and that.
Like, the thing is, he's actually obviously he's like, I don't want to like diss a man's career and stuff, because he's obviously done a lot to get he's done a lot to get to where he is, but like, you can't help but feel the signs of delusion when you hear his press conferences, because I'm like,
that's
what
kind of
you actually, bro, it doesn't make sense. Like, what you're saying does not match with what we're seeing on the football pitch. Like,
he said, bro,
he's always thinking that Man United are like
best team after City because of the trophies that they've won. That's what he said.
He's tapped, man.
Yeah,
something actually clinically wrong with him.
I think I told you, innit, we gutted him out. We gutted his team and his brains out. Everything was gone. By the end of the press conference, he was like, what plan? God knows what he was talking shit.
Chris, can you reach up above you and tickle SAEED on the neck?
Yeah. How'd you do it? Wait, how embarrassing was that? We were like, what just happened there? When we saw it, we were like, did he just tickle Bruno Fernandes, Man United captain's neck in front of the what's their main stand called, Steve?
Alex
Stratford End.
It was in front of Alex. Nah. You managed to let that happen in front of Alex Ferguson.
And did you guys see the rondos we were doing in the 50th minute, 60th minute, taking the piss out of this team?
It's like a little kid that fell off the slide, and then you go, "Come on, get back up. Come on, you'll be all right." And give him a little tickle on the neck and that. And it was just.
And I'm not even going to start on their goalkeeper, because their goalkeeper's a clown, and you guys know I've been saying he's a clown from day. And he's just proving every week.
You said we're going to have some.
He tried to elbow Virgil van Dijk, and Virgil van Dijk tried to pretend.
Imagine singing a song about the butcher tiptoeing through the cop end with a meat cleaver from Argentina. That song should never, ever be sung again at Old Trafford.
Are you mad?
And this little midget guy now, he's just getting slammed all over the pitch everywhere. He's got angry man syndrome, small man syndrome, and he's like Scrappy Doo, you know what I mean? He looks a lot and he says a lot, but if you just hold him at arm's length, he's nothing.
Yeah, Scrappy Doo. But how much have they spent, guys? How much have they spent? Right, just give me a figure.
That's a violation, though.
I think they're the second biggest spenders this summer.
Give me a figure.
200 M's.
They spent over 200 million this summer.
Yeah.
The last
done over 600 million. They've done over 600 million.
Steve, what is your life when you've spent £500 million on your squad and you're bringing on Toby in the second half? Yeah. What is your life? They put on Toby in the second half. I felt for the kid. No, seriously, I felt for the kid, and I felt for Mainu as well. Mainu was high speed out there. What are you doing to this kid? He's got the potential to be a world beater, but he's being uncoached into oblivion.
Yeah, but Turkish said he'll gladly take him to Arsenal in a couple of years anyway. So
he's uncoached. Maybe he's going in a couple of years, man.
But guys, check this out. Normally, when we play our rival teams, we always pick. You know, when we do a combined 11, we always try to give one player from the opposition. There's no one player I will take from that Man United team. Not one player.
No, I'll take Mainu.
No, he ain't getting into my team, bro. You take Mainu. He ain't getting into my team.
He'll get into your team.
Bro, this guy, man, this performance. Look, I'm not gonna lie. From my aspect, I love when Man United fans love when they keep talking about Mohamed Salah every season. Oh, this is the season, Mohamed Salah. And every time they like, that is now called Old Trafford officially. Take off your George Best statues and your Bobby Charlton statues. Go and build my brother, my Aki, a statue outside Old Trafford and call it Old Trafford. That guy owns your club.
Shit.
Ratcliffe doesn't own your club. He's the front man. The real owner of your club is Mohamed Salah. 15 goals at Old Trafford. The fourth, or is it fifth? I mean, you know me and my.
Is that how many goals he scored at Old Trafford?
50. He scored.
No, I don't think it's 15, but it's a lot. It's a lot.
No, he's
not. People are reading off how many he's scored more goals at Old Trafford than a lot of Man United players.
He's the fifth highest goal scorer, Steve, since
Fifth.
2021 at Old Trafford.
They
The
need to
fifth
build a
highest
pyramid.
goal
Build a pyramid in the car park. Fuck it.
The car park, fuck.
Pyramid in the
scorer.
car
Bro,
park.
this guy, every time they talk shit on him, you know, you get characters in the social media, fan media circle. I'm not going to name names. They know who they're out there. They're probably hiding under their duvets right now in their cupboards, or probably supporting other teams like Galatasaray probably this week, or PSV next week. Do you know what I mean? These people know who they are. Every time they talk about Mohamed Salah at every season, oh, he's this, or he's that, he's there. He comes back, oh, he can't create. He comes back creator. Oh, his speed finish. He starts becoming a new, he adds a new bow to his arrow, literally. Arrow to his bow, bow to his arrow. Which way around is it? You know which way. Brother, this guy is a string to his bow. This guy is a man killer, bro. So keep talking about Mohamed Salah and disrespectfully. And as far as rivals tier is concerned, man, Toby, man, you need to.
Yeah, I got to hold. I got to hold.
You
Tell
need
me
to
how it
hold
tastes. Show me. How does it taste? How does it taste?
My brother, it tastes absolutely. What did I say? Beautiful, like Bernard Matthews would say.
Beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. And Toby, all week you was like Arnie Slot's bubble. I hope that bubble. You saw that bubble, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And you saw what this guy's cooking.
The bubble's bigger now.
Yeah, so we're gonna come to your team. What your manager needs to do.
That's fine. We at least played.
Man said he's coming for seconds.
Keep my coach and my teams at your blood clot mouth.
Damn.
Fair enough, brother.
Damn. Bro's coming back for
I
seconds.
deserve that. I deserve that.
He's only just had his.
Grizz is close to saying something. We clocked it on the watch along too, but we'll get into that another day. We'll get one more win away from Grizz losing it.
Soon come.
Is SAEED alive over there? Because he's not said a word.
Him, man. Just, you know.
Now it's time for loaded fries.
Nah, I'm here, man. I just wanted to you know what I mean, get the cooking out of the way. You know what it was. Listen, I think I've sound like a broken record, man. I feel like for me, this has become normal now. These batterings have become normal. You know what I mean, bro? The amount of batterings I've seen, you know what I mean, not only under this manager, but just in general with Liverpool is getting too much, man. And you know what's the saddest thing about it? 3-0 flattered us, man, because it could have been more. I think Mo Salah said it. I think Van Dijk said it. I think they were dancing in the box, man. I think Szoboszlai, Diaz, they were dancing, man. They could have had 6 or 7.
Put him on the big screen, man. Put him on the big screen. Put him on the stand. Put him on the stand.
Yeah, to be honest, you can see tonight he hasn't really got the words. He's going to struggle.
Yeah, I'm going to struggle, man.
Let's
Cross-examined, man. Cross-examined.
SAEED, how you feeling? You got a lot to say? What you feel?
Yeah, man. I'm not feeling great, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones that put the INEOS letter out there, man. Shame on you. Do you know what I'm saying to you? There was fans out there.
What INEOS letter?
Do you not see an INEOS letter that was put out to INEOS to say we should keep this manager and we should? He's been harshly done by. You know what I mean? But
who
the
said
writer
that?
was. Who said that? The majority of United fans. You know what I mean? That wrote the letter.
Certain Marcelo in a suit.
Yeah, certain Marcelo
it
was right.
Is it just online fans or is it actual fan groups?
Well, I don't know, man. It's a mixture of everyone because I think there's probably genuine fans that were in the mix of that petition, man. But ultimately, I've just got to say that we didn't deserve anything out of that. We absolutely deserved nothing. And I think at 60 minutes, the most embarrassing thing is hearing them doing, you know, songs about Ten Hag's at the wheel. I'm seeing
Ten Hag's at the wheel, at the wheel. Ten Hag's at the wheel.
At the wheel.
Bro, did you not see that? Did you see the Ole quote that's got rehashed? Well, not rehashed. That, but even his standards were higher than Ten Hag. It's crazy.
Yeah, and like I said, man, you know what I mean? Man are doing Ole's at 60th minute. And you know what's mad, yeah? They kind of just said, you know what, United have the ball in it. And them 2 chances in the end, I don't really see, because Liverpool just took the foot off the gas. I think once that point there, they kind of were in cruise control. And ultimately, the midfield is a big problem. I've been saying it for a long time. Casemiro, absolutely.
No, shout out Matisse. Matisse dropped the best banter name on the stream.
Yeah.
Class. He's finished.
That's quality.
Casemiro.
Top work. One of the worst.
Killed it.
Finished.
Yeah, one of the worst individual performances I've seen. But again, I always say to people, like, you know, there isn't scapegoats, man, because what happened second half? Toby Collier in that middle left the gap open. Kobe Mainoo got exposed. He got physically moved out of the game. there was a gap still there. So we still had them problems second half. So it's not down to one individual. And this has been happening, man. And we've been getting exposed time and time again. And I was led to believe that things had changed on the pitch. I said, no, nothing's changed, man. And no roads lead to the dugout. You know, this manager is just a waste man. Like, he is. And he's actually starting to piss me off now. It's become personal now. No, genuinely, no, it's become personal because when you've got man like talking Harry Potter and that, you know what I'm saying to you? And, you know, and he's talking. A journalist is asking him about a question about the tactics. And it sounded like Jose Mourinho. Remember Jose Mourinho when he said, 3 trophies. I won 3 trophies here. You know, and he starts talking about heritage and all that. Listen, mate, we've got to beat 3-0, mate. He's talking about the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup.
He's actually so shameless, bro.
He's shameless. But the thing is, right?
He's got no standard whatsoever. It's almost like he's collecting those trophies for himself. He's not. It doesn't even feel like he's even representing Man United, because if he was, he wouldn't be saying these things. If he knew the true standards of Manchester United Football Club or what they should be aspiring to be, he wouldn't be mentioning the odd FA Cup or League Cup when you've just been spanked to your nearest rivals 3-0, making excuses. I know you said Man United third,
but the thing about that is, the fans have a part to play in that, though.
Yeah.
Because the fans turn around and then we'll make it all about trophies at the end of the season. So if he delivers that, he delivers what they. But
I want him sacked regardless. I was different. I wanted him sacked regardless.
That's fair, but you was also on the whole train of obviously.
No, of course, that's just banter.
We won trophies, and that it's banter, but the fans' voices in those moments do get heard. Like, look at Andrew with the whole Tottenham Man City thing. He had to come out and be like, nah, like I'm not gonna. He heard what the fans were saying. United were hearing the fans as well. FA Cup, nah, we might need to keep him and all of that stuff. League Cup, 2 trophies in 2 years. All the tweets going wild. All the
Turkish, Man United's bread and butter. Manchester United's bread and butter is the Premier League and the Champions League. That is the standard that Man United Football Club set. Anything below that is not good enough. If it's a Newcastle and they win a League Cup and an FA Cup, the fans are happy with that. If it's Spurs, no disrespect, they're happy with that. But Manchester United, all of a sudden, after all them years being at the top in the Champions League and Premier League and shitting on everybody else and telling us how good they are, cannot all of a sudden change the goalposts when it's all gone to shit over there and say we're happy with an FA Cup and a League Cup, it's trophies. That's not the standard. No. And that is down to the United fans as well. All them top Reds, them older Reds that were getting on everyone's case years ago and throwing the weight around, and now are they the ones writing the letters about this INEOS? Because I tell you what, I written the fucking letter to INEOS. I written that.
You were part of the petition.
SAEED, you're not finishing.
Plays on the piss in the FA Cup final. We let you have that bottle of milk, and that's kept him his job, man. So it's all good.
No, I don't think it's that. I think it's the toe poke, man, at Coventry. That's what's kept his job. You know what I mean? I think it's the toe poke.
After that game is Man United not finishing above Liverpool, right? That is not happening, SAEED. You may as well bin that.
You know what it is, that right there, it wasn't a kind of, for me, like, obviously, expectation.
You don't predict demand. It's
that's a demand. That's more demand. But you spent 600 million. I get it. But I can't come in here, start giving excuses to Ten Hag saying, but you know what, man, Liverpool are better than us, and Chelsea are better than us. Bro, if you spent 600 million, right? 600 million, the most back since Alex Ferguson, and you're talking about 5th, 6th, and all of that. That for me cannot happen. I need to demand third good football. I need to demand that. Because for me, what we're doing here, and this is a slot, by the way, that's coming 3 games and started doing little tick-a-tacker and that. You see they were near the actual corner post here. Was it the actual corner post? And they were doing little, and I was like, nah, we're done. Leslie, I've tried to Leslie, the game's over now. If they're doing that there, it's over. And United fans are just walking around. It was
over before that. We saw that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, look at them taking the piss. And what I wanted to sort of like speak on, and we know the problems, whatever, but imagine how the players feel, guys. This is big Man United, the players. They know their manager has been, they know the owners of the club have interviewed numerous other guys. We know this for a fact. They've interviewed numerous other guys and said, we can't get anyone. All right, you carry on. How does that relate to the players, knowing that the owners have got no trust in the current manager, who's speaking fucking gibberish to them in the team talks as well? Which player has got any respect for? Please tell me if I'm wrong, guys. Do you think Rashford has got any respect for that guy out there?
I don't think he has respect anyway.
Yeah,
I was going to say Rashford's a topic on his own. I don't want to be labeled, a hater before I start on Rashford.
We've been there.
they're going to start calling me names and shit. But Rashford is pure trash right now, and he has been trash for what, 18 months, 12 months, and how he's getting picked, and how he's getting picked ahead of the only person that I thought, you know what, he done well against us, young Amad Diallo. He fucking drops him. He plays Rashford and what's his name? Alejandro Garnacho.
I didn't play well, man. But at that point, that's why the fans booed it. Because at that point, it was a 50-50 position on who to sub off. The two assists that he probably could have got if Xerxes took the chance, they were cool, but they were after that substitution. At that point there, we are always seeing that Rashford stays on the pitch. That's why the fans had enough. They were like, what is it that you've got like on this guy, man? Like, what has Rashford got on this manager? Because you keep keeping him on. And that's where the fan base has said, they've had enough. And there was a moment where he could have took Konate on, but you can see, man, that explosiveness is gone, guys. Bro. It's not even about confidence. Bro, his explosiveness is gone.
I pray Sancho balls out this season.
Right, listen,
if your wingers
allow him, man.
I swear, the slim chance, if he balls out this season and your wingers keep stinking up the gaff,
no, but you know,
it will be a pleasure. It will be a pleasure.
For me, the problems will still keep carrying on. Listen, I sound like a broken record, but you're leaving the Casemiro isolated. Ugarte isn't going to fix this. You needed a ball-playing centre midfielder. We didn't bring that in. So I just think the one problem you've took out, you're bringing a guy who might be a bit more sharper in terms of getting to the players, but on the ball won't be able to play in this system where you're getting, bro, they just literally 3 man on Casemiro, 3 man on Kobe Mino. They kept doing the same thing, and Ten Hag just kept watching and watching and watching.
You know what it is?
And then didn't change it.
Do you know what it is? It's because I look at your midfield and I'm like, there's a savior complex there was a savior complex with Casemiro, and there's now going to be a savior complex with Ugarte. And I think these midfielders are having to overcompensate for essentially a poor coaching setup out of possession. It is poor. There's
Kobe's dying out there, man. Kobe's dying,
way
bro.
too much space in midfield, and Kobe was dying, but let's have it right. Kobe Manu is not good defensively. Like he's a talented player.
No. He's not a 10. I think he's a 10.
He's slow. He's not really a big duel winner. He's just not good defensively, right? A manager should know his players' strengths and weaknesses. And the one thing that has always stuck out to me with Ten Hag, especially in the last, I'd say 18 months, is he doesn't play to his players' strengths. No, he really doesn't. He puts players in positions where they are so vulnerable and then comes out in press conferences saying, oh, I don't know what's happened. Bro, it's clear to see what's happened. We've been talking about Man United's midfield since 2020, since 2022. The first season, we gave him a blight because it's your first season. You lost a bag of players on a free transfer, etc., etc. What's the excuse in the second season? What's the excuse in the third season? Man United fans are saying, oh, like some Man United pockets United fans saying, oh, some people are too critical of Man United, pretending there's no change. There is no change. There is no change. Man United being able to do the bare minimum against, it's better because you didn't get packed 4-0 by Brighton because it was a narrow 2 on defeat. It's still not good enough. Man United don't control games. Man United have so much space in their midfield. Man United are still too easy to score against. Man United, they even look worse offensively. They look blunt offensively. So there are alarm bells ringing for me with this coach. And it's not going to end well. It really isn't going to end well because he can't put a midfield together. He just can't. He can't put it together. He can't get these men to be compact. He can't.
He didn't sign any controllers
in a way enough that can actually get Man United control.
He hasn't signed a single controller, not one. No, he's signed Mason Mount. He's now signed Ugarte. He's what? He's got Bruno. None of these guys can control a game of football. So Man United not going to start controlling games anytime soon because he doesn't have any controllers in the first place.
Do you know? When they run out of ideas, they try that pass outside of the boot pass or that ball. Yeah. Gets cut out, and that's when they make mistake. You know, against Manchester United, next time you watch them against a good team, you are going to get the ball back within 2 minutes because they will either panic and kick it out for a throw in from the back if you press them, or they will try the underpass. And what they do, what United have been good at the last few years, not good, but effective, was the counter attack. Now you've got Rashford on the left. You've got Garnacho on the right, and you've got Xerxes in the middle, who's slow as anything. What you saw yesterday, Rashford and Garnacho were further up the field than Xerxes, because Xerxes for Bologna was dropping deep, laying it off, playing nice little touches in the middle, scoring a few goals from outside the box, etc. At Man United, they don't need that. They need someone in the box. So if Rashford breaks, they need someone with that pace to be alongside him. You've seen it. I mean, Haaland, when he's fit, will play ahead of Xerxes, no doubt, but he's no better. And you look at the United setup now, and like we just said, the lads have just said, control is a word now. And you know, when people watch City and they say, other fans say to me, how can you watch City? They're boring, right? But what you see as boring, we see as control. So when we see City slow the game down, we know that the other team is getting a bit of steam up, and what Pep is doing is slow it down. So when you see Jack Grealish not beat a man and cross it, that's Jack Grealish being told to keep hold of the ball, take the sting out of this, and we'll pick a way out. So people that watch football and actually get it will realise that when Manchester City are boring, they ain't boring. They're controlling the game. And this is what United have got nobody to do it. Paul Scholes on the overlap said, they said, if you could sign anybody, who would you sign? He said, Gundogan. And he went, what do you mean? He went, we need somebody who can steady the ship and get Man United playing football. And at the minute, Casemiro's all over the place. Kobe can play football, but at the minute, when you're putting pressure on him, he was losing the ball. And there's a hell of problems there. And that's why I said first Big Six show. Man United have not changed one thing that makes me think they can do anything different from seasons before.
Giving a bit. Go on.
You know what? You know what's mad as well, yeah? You look, Ralph Ragnick said it. He's probably the only one that's said it as it is. Ralph Ragnick said we got to sell 14, 15 players here. Or sign along those. It might have been 12, 13.
They're 14, selling them, 15. Man. And they're giving players.
No. Rashford has been re-signed to a long-term.
Yeah, but that's Rashford. He's never going to leave.
Bruno Fernandes has been signed to a
new contract.
As well as the signings that came in the mini clear-out he's done. They also now need to. We know Anthony's not good enough. Full stop.
He brought him in.
He brought him in. To be honest with you, Haaland is never going to be good enough for Man United.
He brought him in.
I've seen enough. And I'm talking about Man United in terms of what they should be and standards and whatnot. And you could go all over the pitch. It's easier to name players that you could build with, like a Mainu or a Garnacho or a...
You're taking a piss. He's scrambling.
You got Dalot, you got Mazarawi.
Dalot, get that guy out of here, Dalot. You lot have treated him like Luke Shaw and Dalot. You lot have said there's something in
Luke Shaw. Nah, don't associate with Luke Shaw.
Not you.
You know what?
For 6 years have been saying there's something in Luke Shaw. There's something in Dalot.
Nah, never.
You know what? I used to think that
a lot of calories in Luke Shaw.
He's slowly.
Nah, man, don't put Luke Shaw.
I can't.
Dalot's a good player.
Yeah, Dallas. My thing is, can I just say something?
Better than some of the other.
This manager has been backed to the hill. Like I said to you, he's been given 600 million now. This is basically morphed into his squad. He's either taken players that he's wanted. He's either said, you know what, I want is so he's enabled players to stay, and he's taken the players he don't want. This is his squad. Everything is down to him now. And if he, like I said, you're seeing him failing right in front of your eyes. So for me, we could talk about INEOS, we could talk about everyone else. They've given it. They said, you know what, we're going to back you. We're going to give you the players you want. We're going to give you, like I said, Rude and Reddy Hack or whatever. We'll give you everyone you want. Now deliver. And the guy is still not delivering. Like, what more? What more?
Listen, it's
you that ball fraud.
Yeah, man. I need to play that remix, fam. Sack that ball fraud, mate. Is the
bed sheet coming out again? Is the bed sheet coming out? Have you still got the bed sheet? Turn it around, reverse it, and don't show the other side where it said whatever it said, but paint on it. Ten Hag out. You, Nuruddin, and Traps, all three of you can stand there again outside the mega store and then put the sheet up. And then after you finish, go and buy some shirts and that, you know, like defeating the objects and that. But no problem, man. Do it. I back it, man. I back it. Go. Listen, if you think that's what you need to do, no, do it.
It's what it is, man. Like I said, it's borrowed time, man. He's on borrowed time. I just can't wait till it goes, man. And like I said, I've got to be here for 2 weeks, just fucking depressed about United and fucking it's one of them, man.
The time
it's one of them.
You're not going on holiday.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think I am.
But you need to go somewhere to clear your head, man. Where was it that he went to last season? Did he go like
Kenya? He went Kenya.
I went Alicante.
Alicante, Palma.
Yeah,
a few places, man.
I'm going somewhere. I'm going to book it tonight.
Just to finish back on Liverpool, because we done the demolition job before we move on.
No, we should.
You know, Steve, you know, we talked about what did he say? Roy Keane said Gundogan, yeah. So even yesterday, Scholes. Even yesterday, I noticed a tactical tweet that this guy has fucking come in and seen in game week 3. He's been playing Gravenberch, right, as the deepest deepest line playmaker. Yesterday, don't know if you guys remember, Gravenberch was pressing and winning balls, and McAllister was the controller.
Gravenberch played well.
So he used McAllister as the controller yesterday, who's much better at sort of setting the tempo.
Yeah.
Gravenberch just doing used it, and he used Gravenberch's range and lanky legs to nip ahead of the likes of mine, because in Newcastle was slow on the turn. And Szoboszlai and Gravenberch turned the ball over, I reckon, just in that first half, 7-8 times that led to counterattacks or transitions for us. And it's just these little tweaks that he's doing, guys, that's winning a lot of Liverpool fans over, because you can imagine after Klopp, you know, we're a bit nervous, a bit dubious, but this guy is winning fans over big time. And I thought all the players, including the likes of Virgil, Mohamed Salah, Alisson, you know, the seniors, they're all on it. And never mind the youngsters or the new players, because they're going to be on it. And shall I tell you the best thing of the night? You know, after Trent's attitude last week and wherever, guess what, guys? You'd think, right, a manager not worth his salt wouldn't have taken Trent off this time round. You know what he done? He took off Trent in the exact same minute, give or take a few minutes, and said, I'm the boss. I will take you off whenever I want to take you off. And did you see Trent's reaction this time round? He was happy, proper smiling, giving it large. That's what you call respect and appreciating that this coach knows what he's talking about. Because obviously giving him a pep talk in between and said, I know what's good for you. And Trent just went up smiling.
Well, when he was going to the coach, what was he doing to the United fans?
He was just showing the three fingers in it. They were like,
three fingers.
You know, scouse, all bullshit.
Yeah,
bullshit.
I like that. That's good.
And he was just smiling away. And then Mohamed Salah, look at Mohamed Salah's like, we don't need to do that. And he moved him on. Like, we don't need to do that. They're finished. They're finished.
I just want to say, what's his name? Luis Diaz, by the way, 2 really good finishes in his last 2 games. That finish on his left foot against Brentford and the first time finish yesterday. In fact, that was a really, really good finish. It caught Onana by surprise, and that was literally like game dead and buried, like done.
He's improved the TOBS. It's mad. After 3 weeks, I'm telling you, as a Liverpool fan who watches every second of every minute of every game, I'm telling you he's improved players already. And how about all these rest of these dead coaches all around the Premier League talking about signings? Every fan back chat was, have you signed anyone though? What the fuck are you talking about? I've got a coach ready to coach. That's a coach that coached out there. You stick your fucking transfers up your, you know what I mean? Your noses. Do what you want. Go and spend hundreds and millions and billions. Your teams are dead. That's a coach coaching out there. Yes. Yes, we need a player or 2. Of course. I'm not saying no signings. But using that as a bantering stick, get real, man. Football's played on the pitch. You know what I mean? And that was football what you saw.
Brave comments after 3 games, but
I'm used to Matisse, man. This is normal.
I get it. No, I've seen it on slot. Yeah. I mean, I'm impressed that, you know, to come after Klopp's era, it was never going to be easy. But I think Steve said it. He's kind of just molded it. He's kind of just, you know, tweaked it a little, and well, I say a little. He's tweaked it a lot in terms of tactically, but I mean, in terms of the personnel, he hasn't needed to change much. He's just doing what he needs to do. First year for him is pretty much a test run. You know, essentially find out what you need to do and get it done. And they've started the season 3 clean sheets, a big 6 away win against their main rival. That's a solid start. I mean, I get why Grizz is gassed, but
no, I'm gassed for this game and this performance and the way because I said this is a test, not as in they're a great team. We know Man United are not a great team, but the occasion, the mental side of things. I wanted to see that, how we handle it. We've gone into these games very excitable and very emotionally packed and jacked, but this time we were relaxed, and he had that effect on me. I was nervous. Remember in the preview, I was like, I'm not sure what we're going to get, but I was so comfortable. And I put that down to his demeanor in the press conference, the way he's talking, the way he's coming across, and the way he got the team playing. I'm not gassed in terms of, we're going to win the league or we're going to do anything like that. Of course not. No, but it's a very, very good start. Very good start.
Let's look at the super chats. 8.4k here. I'm not going to look at how many likes we're on, but I'm going to ask to get to 3,000 likes. I think with 8.4k here, 3,000 likes is a very fair target, and there's a fair few super chats to get through. So let's get to 3k likes. I'll check it after the super chats. Obviously, I'll keep the super chats relevant to the topic on hand: Man United, Liverpool. This is kind of both. DJ says the Mud Brothers are back. You're adding a third brother this season in TOBS. Show spin-off, the three Mudsketeers. We got Kraid back. It took 3 weeks. Mudsketeers.
Three Mudsketeers, you know, Mudsketeers.
Kraid is top, by the way. Top.
You like that, yeah? And then
No, I allow Kraid, man. I don't like.
Snooker Stone says an elite manager would resign if his club was interviewing other guys. Good to see. Yeah, that's true. Good to see United in the mud. Yeah, that's quite true, man. That's quite true. I have, big up Suj, I have more hair on my bald head than United's goal difference over the course of the beginning of the 23-24 season.
By the way, do you know what the aggregate score is of our last 7 meetings?
Please don't. Please don't.
3-7.
What is it?
7
Someone in
meetings.
the chat, because in case I get it wrong, and you're not going to cuss me. Can someone tell us in the chat what the aggregate score is? It's unbelievable. We're talking big teams, guys. Liverpool, Man United.
I know, but that's 7-0 inflation is crazy.
26-7, 37. No, I think it's 29-7.
This is crazy. The floggings that they've had at Anfield the last couple of years has been mad. It's been mad. And Old Trafford as well. 5-0, 3-0. Jeez Louise.
4-2.
Yeah. Aryan says,
Been there.
or is it Haaland?
Have you noticed no one's got the right aggregate? Everyone's doing a different aggregate. Are you?
Yeah, of course, man.
It's doing funny. But you got the gist, yeah? They've got 7, we've got 29 or 30.
You smoke. Arian says, Casemiro, Crashford, Berserkzy is mad, and the vegetarian butcher. This season is long for Manchester divided. Eric's at the wheel. Without Van Dijk and a 6 Ange ball is too open. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, that's different. That's Van der Ven.
Yeah.
Calma.
We'll talk on that one next.
Let me see. I saw VDV and I thought
We will be there. Calma.
We'll talk on that one next.
Hassan. Oh shit. Hassan says, SAEED, I saw your debate with KG and you were spot on. The fans still supporting Ten Hag are just as deluded as he is. The standards are on the floor. We debate where?
United view.
Yeah, United view.
Okay. Today.
The red carpet.
Yeah, cooked him, man. Cooked him differently.
Okay. Oh, so man said cooked him differently. Suj says, big up the panel. Hit the likes and subscribe to everyone. Love for the love. SAEED out here looking like Somali Palpatine. Who's that Star Wars guy?
That's what I was going to say. I thought it was like some that little
Sith
Lord, the Sith Lord from Star Wars just there, or like Murphy. I was waiting for a lightsaber to pop up and some little Yoda bastard to appear behind him or something.
Lightsaber, man. You got it.
Yeah, I got it. That's a shit lightsaber, by the way. He ain't killing no one with that.
Blaze says, Matisse, can you imagine Arsenal and Spurs fans doing sounds on our head top on a regular like Steve and Grizz on SAEED? Man, I would lose my shit. For real though, SAEED,
I lost my shit after the L at the Emirates. If that happened at home, could never imagine. Like I said in the watch along, if that happens away, you're not in your own home. So you just leave the person's house because clearly you're not welcome. When you're at your own home, it's just nuts because you got to clean up all the mess. It's crazy.
Yeah, but
it still hurts.
It still hurts, but I'm saying, Tobes, can you imagine if Arsenal came and battered you at home? Like
they were doing that for the first half last season. I was fuming.
Yeah, but not the scoreline. Well, yeah, I mean, but yeah, it's true. But
yeah,
so
different ways.
It hurts the same for me. It hurts the same. I'm not gonna lie.
Home's crazy.
Sadiq says that was worse than the 5-0 at OT. Our players fully took the piss. Men against boys. Hold that 7 Hag. Fraudulent manager. Big up AK. SAEED is the greatest thing to come out of Somalia since Maya Jama. And this is how you treat him. Curtains on the wall. Little Ziggy is here in Ten Hag's interview. He genuinely believes in what he says and does. The delusion is real. Give him another contract. Which stat do you like from Lucas? Number 1, Casemiro gave the ball away 13 times. 2, Salah has 15 goals, 7 in a row at Old Trafford.
7 in a row at Old Trafford, by the way. 7 in a row at Old Trafford.
and he's the 5th highest scorer at Old Trafford since January 2021. 3.5 years. Mad.
Old Trafford.
Mad. Big up the panel as usual. You could only hear Liverpool fans yesterday, not including the United boos. I don't get United fans who are 7 hug in. Yeah, it is crazy at this point. B Wise says 300 apps for an 8 mil left back from Hull is crazy. Every season, Liverpool fans complaining we need a left back, and Robertson always responds.
Yeah, not me. I'm always team Robertson because I think he's just one of those old school. Every team needs a Robertson, like, you know, one of them ones where it's not glamorous, where it's not about flicks and tricks, but yeah, man, handles his business.
Yeah, man.
He handles his business every time. Alejandro Garnacho didn't get a touch.
Say no more. Can we speak on Lisandro Broski? No 1 hour in. We'll have other days to speak about him a bit further. Total Eclipse says, quote, bro, are you mad? I ain't scared or afraid of this Liverpool team, man. Nah, man. I'm more scared and worried about Southampton the week after and them, man, there. SAEED 2024 on Mandem Talk.
Okay. Is that what you said? Or do we need proof again? Because you know these men come with receipts.
Is that true, SAEED? Or do we need to go into the files?
We need VAR. Do we need VAR for that?
Yeah.
SAEED's
giving up. Even if you get VAR,
I probably said that, but
yeah, probably, yeah. Put it in there.
Probably, yeah. It's
highly likely.
Yeah.
They all been chatting. They all been chatting shit so much. All of them, man. Not just brother SAEED.
Yeah.
But he just said just give the goal. Don't even want VAR. So.
Yeah.
Zan Cake says, hey, thanks for all the laughs and content last couple seasons. Give Ten Hag a 10-year contract. I don't know if you're talking about the show or Man United, to be honest with you. SF says, SAEED, tell Rance that Salah has more GA against United than Sancho has for Man United.
Wow.
Nobody has more than a few players.
Yeah, exactly.
Big up Space saying, big up the panel, watch the show for years and can finally support. Listen, watching the show is supporting, my bro, so I don't think you haven't supported over the years. From all the ex-Ajax players on the pitch, Gravenberch was the best one. How did he buy Anthony over Kudus?
Great shout. Forgot about that one.
We said that. We said it on the watch along.
Yeah. After all the Ajax players, the one that's bossing him around and scored all of his midfield, he didn't even look at. He didn't even know.
Anthony over Kudus is criminal, man.
They're all criminal. They're all criminal. Every move he's made has been criminal. Lock him up.
It's
Gross
disgusting.
Misconduct.
Disgusting.
Bro,
And most of the moves he's made have been so predictably like bust potential. Like they've been alarming signs of
Mount. You called Mount.
Terrible signing. Yeah. This is going to be a terrible signing. Do not do it. And he's still gone ahead and done it.
Can I ask you guys? They've signed 5 players this season, innit? This summer, whatever the recent window. Yeah. Does any of them get into any of your teams? Would you take any of them in your teams?
Any Man United player?
Yeah, the 5.
I'll take Euro just for the potential, but he's not starting.
I'll take
Mainly.
I'll take Mazraoui. I'll take Mazraoui.
Yeah, you would take Materazzi because you're shit and he's shit.
Yeah, he wouldn't start. I don't think he started.
Yeah, I should have asked.
Guess what? Shit sticks together. Shit sticks together. So yeah, I accept that.
Toby, I should have asked Toby. Yeah. The rest of you guys. I mean, I don't know.
Let's not start this. Come on, we don't have to do this today. Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on.
Oh, we're gonna
I'll take your
Max.
Yeah, we can talk. We can talk, but let's not do that conversation today. Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Max says, if someone tickled Company's neck, legs would be broken. Ten Hag set up to have nobody in midfield, nobody up top, and a tight puppy with the armband. Madness. It is all mad. Big up Adam says, Ten Hag, I hate the way you walk, the way you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I even hate when you say the word trophy, but that's just me, I guess. Some shit just cringeworthy. He ain't got to be deep, I guess. Sack that bald fraud. Big up Adams.
Big up Adams.
Brilliant super chat.
And he's usually quite, the time is now, man. The time. All I need, people, if you hear KG say the word Ten Hag out, he owes me 150. So make sure you
He's not going to do it.
VAR.
He's not going to do it.
Whether he gets sacked or he says Ten Hag out, it's either way. I'm up.
I'm convinced if Man United were sitting in 15th in the league, KG still wouldn't say Ten Hag out.
I don't get that start as well from him.
PG and culture cams, the Glazer men, they're puppets, man. They're paid puppets and flex. They're all the same. They've got perks. They get sausage rolls at half time. They get a free program. They ain't saying shit against the regime, because if they do, they lose them perks and they're back on the streets getting bullied off many balaclavas like SAEED. So where would you rather be, in the hospitality eating sausage rolls, or getting bare shit off old men with balaclavas on down Matt Busby Way? So you can't blame them for it. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. They work with the Glazers, and get their wage slip up. It will say the Glazers on it. I'm telling you now.
To be fair, Cams is very critical of the Glazers, and
Cams is not a United fan when they get beat. He puts a Boca Juniors shirt on and says he's been watching them all his life.
Said he's a top red this season. Top
and he has a
red. That's what
PSV
he said.
Eindhoven shirt on. Says
on Twitter, top reds welcome me. That's what he said. Top reds welcome me. So
that's what Cam said.
Yeah, he said he wants to be a top red this season. He's given up already. It's only the start of September. He's already given up on being a top red. You're a top red all season, Cams. Don't forget it. When I come on FCM, top red.
Can't leave that. 10-10 era, red. He said. 10-10 era. We're still in it,
10-10 eras.
He didn't like football. 2022, when we had him on here, he didn't like football. You remember? He said he wasn't really into it a bit. He just likes football, he said. Then when United started getting gassed up, he was pinning his, it's United, and I've seen him in all these shows and that, and I thought, fair play. He's finally got a pair of balls, and he's going to pin them to the United mast. Now they get beat. He's gone. He's on JD wearing anyone's shirt. He's a football fan for sale, man. Football fan for sale. You know what I mean?
Come and defend your name, brother.
You need to make one of these watch-alongs when Steve's on. We need to catch up. We need to catch up.
Brother said you're wearing anyone else's clothes.
Come and defend your name, brother.
Broski, is from sausage rolls at halftime. That bit, it's gonna be on Twitter before this stream ends anyway. But yeah, let me get the next ones in and we'll keep it moving. Hour 1 minute and still quite a few. I don't know how many exactly, but we'll go. Fearsome says the watch along was class. From Casemiro to the neck tickle, the cherry on top would have been the Szoboszlai goal as Steve and Grizz were doing the coffin dance. You need to hold that, SAEED. Yeah, I mean, if that goal
that'd be the best ever clip ever. Because we timed it from when they started right at the back, and they were like, do, all the way to the goal. Oh, man, that would be mad.
Mike,
he was just, he was in the coffin was in the ground. We was ready for the sprinkle of the soil.
Put the thing over the what would you call it?
This super chat, obviously it's got SAEED in it, but he's sending for you as well, TOBS. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on, Mike. Yeah,
I'm just reading it now. Nothing.
Oh, you want to read it?
No, we don't.
It was acting disappointed when he should be used to this. All right. So then I know what disappointment feels like. So nothing new, and allowed the Somali Steph London miskin. Okay, all right, no problem.
Regine says Liverpool were a lay-in tiki-taka and Salah almost scored from it. They made it look effortless. United fans, Ugarte doesn't solve that mess. Yes, he said it. He said it. Let me wait, just get the United and Liverpool ones in. Sorry. Who remembers the summer when they signed Euro and called us haters with the shades and said United are back in the bin? If Haaland played against this United team yesterday, it would have been a blamming. Even Basuma on balloons never dreamt of. Catching strays. Ten Hag, quote, the curtains are on the walls, man. I was waiting for this cooking. Uncle and Steve, don't hold back my brothers. Love for the love. Come on. And Jeremy, this was the very first super chat, and we're finally getting in. How is Tickle Me Bruno's mental health doing? Should SAEED sit him down and explain he has nothing to be ashamed of? We move. Actually, a few more have come in. You'll never walk alone, says SAEED. United to finish higher than Liverpool. End of an era. Just moved to London from Sydney. Dream to go Anfield. Best place to get a ticket. Big love. You know what? Hold that thought for a sec, since you've just moved to London, because I've got some news in between this topic and the next. Anyone seen Culture Scams? Wanted for football Salah slander. Last seen on the Big 6, 6th of the 5th, 2022, trying to cook a shark. And said trying to cook a shark. I'm a United fan.
Over in the States. He's been busy in the States with his mate Malcolm and the boys.
Malcolm and the boys.
What's his son called? What's his son called? Joel, innit?
Joel, oh, is that it? Yeah. Joel Gaze. Oh, yeah, that's it. Oliver Peter says, I'm a United fan, but I have to cook this board food quickly. Add the 3-0 and the 7-0, and that's 10. He really is 10 Hag. How could we not see this? Vibe, hope you're good, brother. SAEED celebrated those trophies, argued having better seasons. Why can't Ten Hag do the same to save his ass? Or ask your manager as a reflection of your fan base? Chef the engineer, big up the man then. My brother SAEED, quote, hated, adored. You lot gotta drop that. You lot gotta drop that now, man. It doesn't cover up, man. Why does it seem like the Mandem, except Grizz and Steve, hate United more than their local rivals? I do hate United, but you don't have to drop that hated, adored, never ignored. Like, it doesn't work when people are laughing at you. It really doesn't work. But let's move. That's the last one.
AGT just messaged me and said, I've got to call you a sausage. So I don't know what that means.
This guy just banged out sausage, man.
Who said that? AGT.
He loves the sausage, innit, man?
He's always calling people sausage.
It's typical Scouser, though. He didn't pay in the super chat to call SAEED a sausage. He's just DM'd me and said, can you call SAEED a sausage? So, Scousers, man.
AG. Let me just check. He messaged me as well. Yeah, he's watching.
Man should have just sent him a super chat. Now he's just
now he's gonna come out
up for
AGT.
Yeah,
don't
man.
send £100 super chat. Just don't do it. You don't need to prove nothing. It's all good, my bro. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Big up, Steve. What's new, SAEED? Blue Moon. Your team are still dead. Ten Hag is a clown. OT is a training ground. Same time, Big Earl is dunking all over the Premier League. Squirtsy, another striker worse than Jackson. That name is absolutely. I feel wrong for saying that.
This is crazy, bro.
I feel wrong for saying that. It doesn't feel right saying that.
I'm very surprised you did say that.
It's crazy.
Squirtsy.
That's crazy, bro.
I ain't seen
whoever this Mike Lowry
what
guy is, he's a piece of shit.
like.
Whoever this Mike Lowry guy is, he's a piece of shit, bro.
Bro, this is ridiculous. I've never. Maybe we forgot how long cookings can be, but this is wild.
That's my favorite one, man. That's my favorite one. Squirtsy, man.
Squirtsy is crazy.
Everyone's saying it. Everyone.
Yeah, because I have to say it out loud just to get. No, that's
calmness to it when you say it, though. I can't even lie.
That's wild. If he does not start banging in goals immediately,
though, everyone.
Oh my days, bro.
He needs to start banging in goals because that is wild.
That is mad.
Ole says. Alejandro says, Arne won the battle of the bald heads. Is Ten Hag just Voldemort without a wand? Taylor says, Grizz, do you reckon you'll have enough quality in midfield and defense to rotate when Champions League starts?
I know I've always said we're one midfielder short, but let's see how it goes, man. Our backup midfielder, Curtis Jones, Endo, and Elliott and Morton right now. So, yeah, obviously it's not as good as the starting three, but then whose midfield is... Whose next three are better than their? Whose next three set of midfielders as good as their first three? So it goes for all of our teams. Man United even got an initial first three. No man, the next first three, second three. So it is what it is.
Last one in because there's no more on this topic, and let's leave it at that, people. Let's not try to go back to United, Liverpool, because moving forward, you know, we're already past an hour, so keep it on the next clubs. Samanuske, Simon. Hopefully I said it right in one of them. Big up to the OGs. Come on, my bro. I've been a day one, but wanted to say the mob episode was dynamite. Come on. Match Observation Bureau, people. Big Steve is pure box office. He had me dying through the watch along. Glad to have you back in the trenches. Come on. Glad to have Big Steve back. But listen, he will be back for the watch along as well. SAEED will be making his debut. Matisse, myself and Grizz will be back again, and TOBS will be back on it as well. So it's a full house for Tottenham versus Arsenal. So 2 weeks time, Tottenham versus Arsenal, Big Six watch along, Match Observation Bureau.
That one's gonna be hot.
You are there. It's gonna be mad. It's gonna be mad.
I'm gonna try and work out the seating arrangements in my head.
All I know is, like I said,
keep me away from that.
Let me plan the seating arrangements.
Keep me away from that guy, because either he's gonna end up smacking me if we do a mad thing, or I'm gonna end up smacking him.
We already said that.
I think we're gonna fight. I think we're gonna fight.
Bro,
you're right. We're gonna fight.
Big man thing. So yeah,
we're gonna fight.
Let's
me and Grizz will host
the seating arrangements.
You lot host, bro. Forget the host.
Grizz will host. Don't worry.
North London derby.
Leave you man to sit far apart.
It's all mad.
Fireworks.
And also, people, before we do move on to the next subject, love to everyone that's watching, love to all of the super chats, love for the love in general. People been asking, back your chat, when's the next one? Next one is Saturday, people in London yet again. Same location this Saturday. Back your chat. More news to come on the socials as well. But if you're ready, let us know in the comments. I'm going to pin a comment after the show obviously processes. So go down to the comment section. If you can make it, let us know. Saturday, midday. Yeah. Saturday, midday, Shoreditch. Same location again. If you know, you know. If you don't know, find out. Come join us. Take part in a couple episodes. A good few of us will be there. I won't reveal who will be on those episodes. Won't make sense. But make sure you come with your 3 people this Saturday. Hopefully the weather stays well. Well, I say stays well. It rained today, but hopefully it is good on Saturday. But you showed love last time and it rained. So this Saturday, London, Shoreditch, make sure you're there, people, if you can be. Last time there was complaints it wasn't on the weekend. It was on a working day. So hopefully London stand up again this Saturday. Big up LA, which you just released that one, and the vlog's coming out this week. So make sure you subscribe, notification bell on, show some love to the individual channels, and let's move. Next big topic.
It's us. Come on.
It is you. I mean, in terms of losing,
it could be you.
Yeah. It depends where you want to go. I mean, we've just cooked for an hour, 10 minutes. I think let's I'm gonna go to City next. I'm gonna go to City next. 2 hat-tricks in a row, 7 goals to start the season. They've been on fire. It's looking good for them at this moment in time. Steve, talk to me. Haaland, he's gonna break the record he first broke 2 years ago, right?
I think so. I mean, he looks really good. He's looked refreshed. He had a break in the summer. He's been working on different things. You can tell he's working on things. People need to realise he's still only a young lad. You know what I mean? And he's what I have noticed with him this season is last season and the season before, he was making a hell of a lot of runs, blind runs, hoping he was going to get this wonder pass. And then he needs to realise that only certain players can do that. So now he seems to be saving them runs for until Kevin De Bruyne, you know, people like that get the ball in the right areas, and he's making the moves. But we spoke about control. It was a controlled performance. Rico Lewis, again, special mention at right back, keeping Kyle Walker out the team, looking really, really good. Kovacic as well. People said he was finished. You know, a lot of energy and drive in there. Doku, Savinho wasn't playing. Foden's been poorly. Rodri didn't even get a game. So we are looking good, but I feel like we're looking refreshed. I feel like last season, after the treble season, we did look a little bit stop-start, and I thought if there was ever a season Arsenal was going to take it from us, it would have been last year. But this season, up to now, 3 out of 3, we're looking good. We're not panicking, and you've just got to. Haaland just deserves the credit. You know what I mean? He can go 20 minutes without a touch. That's not a problem. But the finishes, you know what I mean? The first one, you know what I mean? You give him a chance like that, it's in. The second one, to get it out from under his feet, put it top corner, and then the third one to dink it over him like that. He made it look easy. But overall, listen, this is a very good West Ham side as well. They're not a poor side. They caused us problems. They did. Bowen and Kudus were very, very lively and energetic, but we controlled the game, like you say. And Ilkay Gundogan, people were saying, "Oh, maybe you're going backwards. Why are you bringing him back?" Well, you're seeing it at weekend why we bring him back. When it started getting a little bit wild, bring in Ilkay, slow it down, get the tempo right again, and go again. So, from a Man City point of view, we were happy. We left the ground happy. Pep will be happy with it. It's just that this international break for me is the most frustrating one, because it just feels like you either get beat and you want to go again and put it right, or you win and you want to continue the winning. And then this break comes out of nowhere and you're playing, you know, poor games. But I just hope we get an international break with no injuries. We didn't sign anyone else in the window, but I feel like as a team and a squad, we're the best shape we've ever been in. So yeah, it was a good result. Big up Erling Haaland, like you say, 2 hat-tricks on the bounce, unbelievable. And if anyone thought Man City was going to drop off and not go for 5, then I'm sorry, it ain't happening.
Yeah, I did think so. I did. That's probably my cue, because I've misjudged, vastly misjudged Man City. I mean, listen, Man City doing 5 in a row, if they do it, it's ridiculous. It's borderline stupid. Do you know what I mean? It's something that people take the piss out of France, Germany,
you know, where Bayern Munich, PSG, these teams just run riot. It's happening in the Prem. Now we can make all the excuses we want for it. Oh, our league's more competitive because it's closer. At the end of the day, if they win it again, it's 5 in a row, right? And the reason why I questioned it is because I thought they haven't made any signings. De Bruyne, you know, is he going to start to drop? Kyle Walker, he's going to start to drop. And looks like Pep's already seen that. And he's put, you know, Lewis in there, who's a really good player. Rodri, you know, are they towing the line a bit too much now with him playing too many games? And I thought Arsenal, I really thought after the transfer window, Arsenal, people will be able to sit there and think, yeah, they're not pissing about now because they realize this is the time to strike. And I'm already regretting it because they haven't maximized their window. They haven't. Now their new signing's injured as well, which is very unfortunate. But one thing I didn't think about was Haaland. Haaland being just away for the entire international over the summer. No Euros, no nothing. He's fresh. He's sharp. And the guy is a killer. He's an absolute killer. And he's a freak. He's a robot. He's a cyborg. He's all these things. Because now we're at a point where everybody else is striker. Anytime they miss a chance, just like, yeah, Haaland would have scored that. Haaland would have scored that. And the thing is, Haaland does miss chances, but I think GRIZZ said it on. It doesn't get to him. It doesn't get to him, and he just moves on and he just carries on, and it's like as if it never happened. It's almost like he's got memory loss. I don't know. It's crazy, man. And you can't defend against him. That's the problem. If you want to try and get touch tight, he's too strong. He's too quick. He's too ruthless. So if he stays fit, he looks like he'll break his own record. And if a striker's going to break their own record, how are you going to finish above a team that's a striker that potentially scores that many goals? It's going to be very, very difficult, man. So yeah, Man City are looking like a big problem for Arsenal again, because now we know what Liverpool are suffering all these years. How many times can you pick yourself up to go again? If Arsenal don't get it this year, do they have the mental fortitude to go again and find the confidence, or are key players going to start thinking, fuck this, man, this is ridiculous, I can't do it anymore? So yeah, man, there's a lot.
Now, do you understand, Matisse, how ridiculous when we hear these gobshites say Erling's not going to get 15 goals and you play better without Haaland, and he's a League Two player, and that's why I sell my dreams. I say it don't matter. You apologise. It's ridiculous. And at the end of the day, it's jealousy, and it does no one any good. And at the end of the day, Roy Keane has got history with his father, so he tried to have a dig at his son. And every time he's done it, it's backfired because he's gone Old Trafford and smashed it. So Erling's doing his thing. You know, he's improving and he's a superstar. The goals, everywhere he's been, every step of his career has been managed perfectly by his dad and his agent. They've thought about it. They've gradually improved him and moved him on and moved him on and moved him on. And then he's just unreal. What is it? 97 in 102. It's a joke. It's a joke. He's got more hat-tricks than Wayne Rooney in 438 less games. Do you know what I mean? It's a joke. He's a freak, but he deserves the credit. And do you know what? Pep has got him motivated again. He's got the team going again. And, you know, people are going to hate. I love it. I love it because we're so fucking good. And so you can get busy hating or get busy respecting, because everybody else was saying to me while on this show, when I was coming on here, you need to respect the heritage. You need to respect the history. You need to respect this. Well, there's a lesson for you. You need to fucking respect us, because we're on the verge of 5 in a row. Yeah, we've done your trebles. We've done 4 in a row. You know, we've done Centurions. We've done Formidables. So instead of hating and saying Man City are waffling, start fucking respecting. Yeah, and start respecting. Yeah, you can bring the Kinder Egg out, but we've got at least 3 or 4 people. What that for?
Is yours gold? Is yours gold?
You know what I mean? But yeah, to me, listen, to Arsenal, it's important. But to a Man City fan, it's important. We're doing unique things in English football now. And in 10 years' time, the kids will be talking about Manchester City and what they did and Pep Guardiola. So the sooner you get the hate out of the system, and realise what's going to happen, just respect it, man. Just respect it.
If Pep doesn't leave, you want to be careful that
I've said no one's going to win.
No one's
taken
off you as well.
No one's winning the league.
He must leave, man.
Until Pip's here, no one's winning the league. But do you know what it is? And I don't want to bring it back to the what's the word? The elephant in the room. But the respect will come if you get cleared. It's simple as that. And that's not. I'm not trolling or anything. Why are you laughing? I'm serious.
I knew where this conversation was going to go.
It's true, though. But it's true. If they're cleared, then they will have the ability or they will have the right to slap everyone in the face and now shut your mouths. But if we've
slapped everybody in the face anyway, and even if you cleared, you'll say you paid it off.
No one can say that.
No, he will say that. But at the end of the day, we all know this, yeah. Mancini's bonus that got paid through somebody else did not make Steven Gerrard slip. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, on the pitch, we beat everyone 11v11. These teams out here getting charged and fined 10 millions, 2 millions for financial irregularities and all that. So if Man City get fined for it, whatever. But at the end of the day, we'll cross the charges bridge when we do it. But at the end of the day, you've got to respect it. You've got to respect what's happening. We're out there every week, 11v11, playing good football.
I respect the football coach as the greatest coach I've ever seen in my life. And I'm probably older than, I'm older than all of you lot. He's the greatest coach the game's ever seen. So I respect him and that. But in terms of the whole operation, as I said, the respect will come based on those hearings. Simple as.
And you know what we sing at the Etihad, don't you? Yeah? And you don't like it. We're Man City. We do what we want. And that's the end of it. We do what the fuck we want. And you can't do nothing about it.
But you can't ask for respect and then say we do what we want. Because that's
we do what we want. I'm not mentioning the charges. I'm saying we do what we want.
Yeah, that's the problem. You do what you want, isn't it?
We do what we want, man.
Can't break the rules.
I can see the hatred and the burning in your eyes. I can see it, mate. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck, mate, because I've seen it from.
You shouldn't even want anyone's respect. If you're winning Prem, if you're like Liverpool do the whole respecting. Liverpool do the whole respecting. Let them do
what I'm saying is that's their USP. When I'm in an argument,
for me, if my team was winning 4-5, fuck everyone.
When I'm in an argument with any of you lot, you bring up the heritage and the history like we haven't got that. But all I'm stating is the fact is now, Manchester City have got that. We've got bigger and better history than most. We've done more unique things than most in this football thing. So at the end of the day, carry on hating if you want. But all I'm saying is, if you want to clean your heart and get it out and get forgiveness, start respecting it.
Palate cleaning. Palate cleaning.
That's what I'm saying. Palate cleaning.
Yeah, Man City, man. Honestly, like
big up the 115ers in the chat, man.
They're regular, man. They're regular, man. Shout out to the 115ers, man. Keep it going, man.
Yeah. Can you respect the 115ers, please, Steve? Yeah.
I respect them. But you know what I'm worried about? I'm seriously worried about the mental health, because if Man City are found innocent, these people are going to have to phone a helpline. They're going to have to go to the doctors. They're going to have to seriously look at their life in the mirror and think, all them years I thought Man City had cheated. They didn't. They were just better than us. You know what I mean? And that's going to be a bitter pill to take for some people. They're not going to be able to handle it, man.
They'll think of something else.
Man said they'll cook up something else, bro.
To be honest, that's the culture that everything's every game something's cooked up. Let me get the City super chats in. Roberto says it's over for rivals. This City team is scarier this year. It means 5, SAEED. Rest in peace. United Rags. Respect. I think that's the another one from him.
Is it that Liverpool like little banter and that? Why has he put me in?
I think so. I was it confused me, but he says we are getting cleared. You're all getting slapped on the pitch. What a time to be alive, Steve. Add more charges.
Man said add more charges.
117.
Raj, big up, says Haaland might be the most disrespected player in history. 97 goals in 102 games. He is always criticized by those who want him to do everything. What other?
Do you know what he does? He does get disrespected.
He does.
When he's the most disrespected player in history.
No, that's incorrect. But let's not pretend he doesn't get disrespected, because if he doesn't touch the ball,
there's not a player on this.
No, because GRIZZ asked.
But there's not.
But
GRIZZ is disagreeing with the super chat. The super chat says he might.
No, GRIZZ is saying he doesn't get disrespected at all. I think.
No, I didn't know why. I thought.
No, he didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
I'm just trying to,
You're just trying to cook a little.
He's trying to get me. He's trying to get me. Okay, no problem. Okay.
What, bro? I didn't even do anything.
The numbers are insane, man. The numbers are just ridiculous. Man. I can't keep up.
With a goal scorer.
I can't keep up with it, man.
Always has been, always will be. Like, and he gets rightly praised for that. Routinely, he gets called a world-class striker. I'm not really sure. Well, yeah, because sometimes his overall play isn't as good as others. It isn't. Like, I don't know. That's not disrespect. That's just honesty. It's not. His overall game is not onto the level of other players, but it doesn't need to be.
Who cares? Exactly. His job in life is to score goals. Paid to score goals.
Yeah,
simple.
That's it. But I
think
he
scores goals to a world-class standard.
I think you're saying what I think Raj is saying as well. When people mention the all-round play stuff, and we know people wasn't mentioning all-round play for Inzaghi or Christian Vieri or Ruud van Nistelrooy, even like Bagsman from that era. People weren't mentioning, what does he do?
Yeah, but would you say those guys, was Inzaghi really a world-class striker? Really?
Inzaghi,
in terms of poacher striker, okay, it's different. He's a different type of striker. You can't compare him to an Henry, but if you're talking about a poacher, he was elite.
Like he was never a world-class striker.
How about Jared Muller?
The reason why sometimes there's a magnifying lens on Haaland is because he is a world-class striker. So when he's a world-class striker, you naturally compare him to world-class strikers in years gone by. That is the only comparison here. That's it. That's the only comparison, in my opinion.
I get that. That's fair though. That's fair as well. But
his numbers, the thing is with him, his numbers are too high to even be asked questioning him too much. I'll be honest. Like obviously his all-round game is frustrating at times, but his numbers are too high, man. His numbers are too high.
The way I see it, I don't really think he gets questioned. Haaland is.
We know what Haaland is. Move on, man. We got a few other teams to talk about.
Yeah, we can skim them, man.
You're doing this on purpose. Turkish is doing this on purpose. You know that, SAEED.
On purpose. There to go. It says Rico Lewis is an absolute stallion. Can see him play as an 8 in the future. And Martin
he's class.
He has stepped up still. It's impossible to compete with City, says Martins. I think the league will come down to Arsenal's home form again. Haaland is a monster. No signing guarantees finishing ahead of City. No manager does. Arsenal fans need to accept that.
Do me a favor. It's impossible to compete with City. Do me a favor, man. Honestly.
Down.
Do me a favor, man, please.
Yeah, what do you know? I don't want to waste.
Obviously, manager-wise different, but resources.
No, but even you live like GRIZZ. You didn't maximize resources-wise. You didn't put everything into it. FSG was Klopp that put everything into it, not FSG. If Arsenal don't play City every week, they play them twice a season. So no, you can't say that it's impossible. It's difficult. You have to be on your game.
Who's saying it's impossible? I'm saying it's not.
Okay. I thought you were saying no, because you were saying to Tobes you don't understand. Like,
because he wanted to
what does Toby know about?
Sorry. I thought you were saying like what do you know about? I thought
but this is where like it gets a bit because now, like, listen, people say Liverpool. Like, this ain't me, 100%, because I respect what Klopp did. People act like Liverpool didn't compete with City because it was only a league title, one league title they pulled out in terms of competing together. But people act like they didn't, right? A lot of people. So I don't know what do people mean by competing, because every league Pep's been in, he's washed the floor with everyone.
Competing is literally competing. Like, you're in it right up until the end. That's what I see as competing.
What else does competing mean? Competing doesn't mean beating. Of course, we only beat.
No, but how do you obviously compete?
Steve, the Man City fan, the Man City representatives will say we competed more than anyone else. We competed.
Yeah, you look at the way City won the league. We were 2-0 down against Aston Villa. If it wasn't for that Ilkay Gundogan comebacks there, that Liverpool wins the league there. You know, there's been it's Liverpool.
What would you want competing?
The numbers and the points Liverpool got was ridiculous, and it's the same with Arsenal now. There's always someone competing because they're pushing City all the way. Man City have in the last few years haven't won that title and by a canter and had it stitched up by Christmas. It's not happened that way, has it? You know, we've come from behind a few times, but yeah, listen, it is what it is. People can compete.
For Big Steve, Trey, if we win the league again and Champions League, would you be ready for a rebuild, aka Pep and senior players leaving?
Listen, I've got a feeling Pep will leave at the end of this season, but you know, they're saying that he might stay. But listen, the rebuild...
Brothers, everyone at the same time. Come on. Please,
Steve
has spoken.
He can stay.
The rebuild is going to come. City fans need to get used to that. But as we've seen this season with Klopp, Slots came in, not did too many things, and he looks all right. So the next guy, whoever comes in, follows Pep. Yeah, he's got big shoes to fill, but he's going to have an absolute fantastic squad. He's going to have a load of money, and he's going to have a great academy. So it's set up for somebody to just continue. That was the plan forever. Continue the plan. Continue what Pep, the foundations, and just keep it rolling. That's what the plan is.
Triple O says, as a Gooner, I said a few weeks ago that top 2 isn't guaranteed for Arsenal. Slot can compete and win in the first season. Conte did it, but it's City's to lose. And I think, actually, one more here. Can we accept Haaland over Mbappe? Tobes, you always glaze Mbappe over Haaland for his all-round game, but Mbappe's all-round game is dead as well.
I don't agree. I think they're both elite players, but I just think Mbappe's a better player. I don't see the issue.
Well, you'll see this season with Mbappe because he's never left France. So he's now out of his comfort zone. He's at the best team in the world in Real Madrid. There's absolutely no excuse. He's got the best players around him. Let's see at the end of the season what Mbappe is about.
Let's see.
Yeah, we will. And on that note, Eden says, hello, guys. I just want to say Spurs are shit. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Okay.
Talk to me.
Great
Quick.
I don't think we are shit, but I don't think we're where we. I don't think we're where we want to be either, man. It's a shame because that Newcastle result, it's just the theme of our season so far, right? If I look at the performances, I don't actually think anyone can sit here and say that Spurs have been like bad. We've had moments, we've had bad moments, but if I look at our performances across all 3 games, I think if we had picked up 6 out of 9 points, 9 out of 9 points, I don't think anyone would be like, "Oh my God, they've stolen points here." But that's not really good enough. To be honest, it's not really good enough for me. We should be picking up these points, and I said this last week, heading into this Newcastle game, how important it was for us to get 6 out of 6 because we got a difficult period now, and sitting here on 4 out of 9 points when I'm seeing us dominate possession the way we are, racking up the shots, like it just isn't good. It isn't good. And with Newcastle, it's mad. This is our 3rd loss in a row against Newcastle. Like no
Them
disrespect.
man own you, man. Them man own you.
They don't own us though. But they have been owning us in recent seasons. Spurs lost, I think, prior to that 6-1 like humiliation. We had lost like once in like our last 8 or 9 appearances at St. James Park, like, and that loss was that random 5-1 beatdown at the end of the season when they got relegated. Outside of that, it was wins for Spurs or at the worst a draw. All of a sudden now we're losing at St. James Park. Like, take me back to the days when we were actually getting results. Like, we didn't even have to play that well at Newcastle and we get results. Now, in the case of the game the other day, we actually played better than Newcastle, but we didn't win. Why didn't we win? Because for all the domination we had, we didn't create enough openings, or better yet, we didn't create enough openings, and the openings we created, we didn't take them. And then on the other end as well, we still make it so easy for teams to score against us. Like, people look at the fact that, oh yeah, you only lost 2-1. Yeah, we did. I don't actually think Newcastle were good. I don't think Newcastle were good, but they didn't need to be good. They didn't need to be good. Just sit, prey on their weakness, and you'll get your chances at goal. And that's what happens way too much nowadays when you play Tottenham. No matter the game state for us, we could be dominating 70% possession, racking up the shots, 1.5 XG, 2 XG. It does not matter, because no matter how well we're playing in a game of football, we leave that door open too easily for teams to get at us. Like, I'm looking at, and it's not just all down to Ange. I thought Romero, really bad, really, really bad. And you know how much I speak on Romero. He was bad. You're meant to be our captain or vice captain, whatever. It was a bad performance, culpable for both goals. Again, Leicester, I think he was culpable for the first goal as well. He's better than Lisandro, so let's not do this.
When Romero makes mistakes, it's, we gloss over it.
Don't bite, Tobes. Finish your
carry on.
Yeah, I'm finishing. I'm gonna
carry on. Yeah.
I'm not biting because I'm here telling you. Okay, I'm here telling you that he was bad for both goals. I'm not gonna lie and sugarcoat it like you do. But yeah, he was bad. But it's not just Romero. I think it's unfortunate that we didn't have Solanke. I think if we had a striker in the box, we probably would have done better with like our possession, the territorial advantage. But striker or no striker, we had enough to beat Newcastle. They didn't really play that well. Their midfield didn't really play that well, and yet they've left with 3 points because they've just exploited our weaknesses, and it's a shame. We just got to take it on the chin, and we really, really need to take a hard look at ourselves in terms of what we actually want to be as a football club. Like, I don't want to like go too deep into it because we've got good players, we've got some nice players to look at and stuff, but we need to get serious. Ange needs to get serious with us out of possession. We need to get serious when we have the ball. Too many passes, too much intricacy. Just score. Put the ball in the back of the net. Just score.
The problem is, and it goes back to what we discussed. You haven't got that person to just score. That's the problem. And you're trying to score too many good goals. Like, some of your plays, fantastic. Some of your build-up play, even in this game, was fantastic.
Bro, we dominated that second half. We completely dominated that game.
It was just at the end of the moves, you didn't have a Diogo Jota at the end of those moves.
Oh,
that's
God,
the problem, and that's the problem. Imagine you had.
Are we going to do this? Are we going to do this? Are we going to do this?
Are we not going to do this? Are we? Wait. Are we not going to do this? Are we not going to do this?
Solanke's out injured. Solanke's injured.
Solanke's injured.
You had. Chat, let us know if
Son can finish, Grizz. He can finish like Jota. Son can finish like Jota. If they play Grizz, if they play Son up front, like I said, we don't have a problem.
Can we not do this? Don't say Son can finish like Jota.
Son's not world class, man. We've had
can we speak about Kulusevski as well?
Yeah, I don't think he played well, but I don't think he was awful.
I'm getting tired of Kulusevski. No. Listen. No.
Kulusevski,
you're not going to keep coming here every single week saying Kulusevski didn't play that well, and then we just move on. I'm getting tired.
Tell him.
No, seriously. No, because
we're talking about the game. If you want to cook Kulusevski, by all means, cook him.
No, but don't you think this is a build-up now over a year of just underwhelming performances from Kulusevski? All I keep hearing is, he needs to play in the 10. Bro, do we not have shame? Do you not have shame?
You talking to me about shame is laughable.
No, you should have shame though, with this Kulusevski thing. No, seriously, you should have shame.
You talking to me with the Chuckle brothers in your midfield, and you're talking to me about shame.
Don't divert. You should have shame over this Kulusevski thing. You should.
Kulusevski, right? When everyone is fit, Kulusevski is not a starter in this team. He's not a starter in this team.
Wow.
But he played. What do you mean? Oh wow, you know this.
How did that just happen magically? Kulusevski's now just a bench player at Tottenham.
We signed a striker. The manager wants to play Brennan Johnson on the right wing. Like, what do you want me to do?
But he can't. So he can't get in over Ben Johnson at right wing.
Bro, he's not good on the flanks. What more do you want me to say? He's not good on the flanks.
Ben Johnson or Brennan Johnson? What's going on?
I'm calling him Ben until he starts performing. He's called Ben. Yeah,
he came on and he was actually decent yesterday. But and the thing is, don't. Trust me, we're going to talk on Chelsea. with Kulusevski, he's not a right wing. You saw it. He stinks. He's crap on the right wing.
Is he going to get game time in the 10 role when Madison's playing there? Like,
yeah, he will. He will. So Kulusevski, for me, you play him central. Yesterday, he's playing as a false nine, where he played in pre-season. I thought it'd be better for Spurs for him to play there instead of Son. I just think with us, with Kulusevski, without Kulusevski, it's the same issues. Multiple attempts on goal, lots of possession, lots of touches in the opposition's box, lots of touches in the opposition's half, but not enough goals. So when Grizz is talking about Jota, no, we don't need another Jota. I would love another Jota. What we need, hear me out, what we need is a Mahrez, an Eze, a Kevin De Bruyne, a Cole Palmer. We need a lock picker. We need someone else alongside James Maddison to unlock a team when their defense is set like that. We don't need a poacher. Because a Jota would have been ineffective in that game yesterday. It would have been because we got a guy like we got Son. We got a better goal scorer than Jota on the pitch. The problem is when a defense is set like that.
Isn't Maddison meant to be the lock picker? Isn't not enough?
He is. Maddison didn't play well yesterday. He didn't play well yesterday, right? Bro. He didn't play well yesterday. I expect better from James Maddison. But the point I'm making is this: Spurs needed to have signed players with more
Turkish World Cup. You know what I'm saying? Turkish World Cup. Turkish World Cup. Turkish World Cup.
Again, it goes back.
Madison's better than Odegaard. Kulusevski's better than Saka. You get away with serious crimes on this show. You really do. You just shut your mouth. I don't know what it is about you. You get away with it because you're bored or something. I don't know.
If you keep talking, when we get on the Chelsea segment,
don't talk about Chelsea because we're not talking about Chelsea right now. We're talking about you. You lost.
Yes, I'm going to talk about your club. If you don't shut up, I promise you right now, wallahi, I will bury you. I will put you in the dirt.
You know, wallahi, you know, guys.
Disgusted. Yeah.
You know, guys,
So keep talking. I want you to, in fact, keep talking. Because when we get on Chelsea and I go and I keep going, don't tell me to stop. Don't, oh, Tobes, allow me. Don't tell me to stop.
When have I ever said that?
Yeah?
When have I ever said that?
Stop. Your fans,
You
you're
know
the
what?
Virgin Armies in the comments. Don't tell me to stop. Yeah. Cool.
SAEED.
No, but I feel like we are quite tame in our cooking.
We are very tame.
In Tottenham when they've spent the third biggest after I think it's United and obviously
Chelsea.
other clubs like Chelsea. Like, bro, they're the third biggest spenders, and I feel like we just gloss over Tottenham because maybe they lack ambition and maybe it's just because it's Tottenham. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like GRIZZ is chilled there. I can see GRIZZ is chilling.
What do you want me to say to him?
Nah, man, cook this guy. Look at the way you man cook me for an hour. You man are too soft on this Tottenham, man.
at home.
Cook these man.
Bro,
And you lost 3 times in a row at St. James Park. 3 times in a row.
3-0 at home.
It don't matter, man.
How are you comparing that to losing?
Nah, because this is 3 times in a row. 3 times in a row, yeah. You've lost at that ground. And Ange this season, you can tell something's different. You might have got to struggle this day. You know what? I have predicted Tottenham to struggle this year. I don't know about you guys, but I think Ange's gonna get found out. Listen, he's a good guy, mate, and all of that, yeah. But that high line, mate, won't be doing anything this season. Now, genuinely, guys, I think Ange will get found out this season. He's a good guy. He's a very, very nice guy. But I just think this season they're gonna struggle, and I predicted that as well.
Yeah, you're saying he will get. He already has.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is the second season. Boom.
Teams know how to play against us, but I just again, if
you don't think that Tottenham, we just kind of just.
I tell you why.
People turn their cameras off.
You answered at the beginning.
Apart from Toby. No, I don't want to cook Toby because he actually tells the truth about his club.
Come on, bro.
But the Spurs fans,
he does
apart from Toby, yeah. But the most deluded fans and the most irrelevant fans and the most irrelevant.
I don't think we are the most deluded.
You're the most irrelevant. Absolutely not worthy of speaking on more than 3.5 minutes. That's why we don't spend it.
Let's not do this. Why do
you
you have to go?
You are absolutely like
why?
Coxper? Coxper? Who's Coxper?
Why do you have to do this? Do that again. Why do you have to?
Am I wrong, guys? No, but am I wrong? I'm not wrong, guys. I'm not cooking. I'm not doing nothing. I'm telling you how it is. And some Spurs fans talk like they have got any sway in life when it comes to football chat. Shut your mouth and just go and watch a game and come home.
Yeah, name the names, man. Name the names, bro.
Because now we don't do that.
No Spurs fan I know that fits that description.
Oh, so many.
About other things.
So many.
Spurs fan I know that fits that description. So name many right now.
So many.
Give me one. Give me one.
No, we don't call out people on this show.
Okay, then.
You did before.
So you're basically saying know your role.
Culture Scam has been on the show, so we can call out people who've been on the show. Culture Scam know your role. Yeah.
You're saying
the people that don't be on the show, we don't want to call them out. They won't be on the show. And want to be on the show, yeah, we cuss them because they're part. Once you've been on the show, yeah, you're getting cooked.
Nah, you're not talking about that person, are you, man? You can't talk about that person, man. He's on a different level, man.
He's on a different level. You don't
talk about that person, man. I can't lie.
They're nothing, Steve. They're absolutely
nothing. Do you know when we've all got one of them mates, yeah? We've all got one of them mates, yeah, who goes to the pub and he says,
who do you want to be?
Man, I've been on the piss this year a bit too much and that, and I'm not doing well at work and that. But I tell you what, I'm giving up the beer, yeah, and I'm going to get a new job. And then this year it'll be my year. I'm telling you now, you watch and you go, yeah, man, good luck, yeah, good luck. And then the same time next year, you see him in the pub, he's pissing his pants, he's full of ale again, he's got no job, he's a bum. And then he goes, you know what? I tell you what, January, I'm getting back on it. I tell you what, this year, you watch, I'm going to smash it. You go, yeah, nice one, mate. And then the same year again, he comes in the pub, he's pissed again, he's battered his bird. And you think, you know what, mate, this is the same. And this is a bit like Toby with Tottenham. It's the same energy every season. Every time I come here, it's the same. It's boring. It's not going to do anything. Tottenham aren't going to do anything.
Man,
you know what? I don't know what it is. You guys don't just, you don't seem to have that cutting edge about you as a club where it's like, I don't know if it's a lack of pressure or what, but you don't seem to go out into a season and say, we must. There is, there's no pressure. It's just like, we'll play well, we'll win some, we'll lose some, and we'll finish in a very respectable position, and then we'll do it again. And there's no, and this is why, like, you have to win a trophy, but
That needs to be said unanimously, not even by Spurs fans, because Spurs fans say it, but like that group of players and that manager, they need to know it's a must. Like it's not even a thing where it's like you absolutely must, because until Spurs win something, this is just going to keep happening over and over and over again.
But do you know what it is?
That's how you build up relevancy. When you take a trophy out of somebody else's hands, you'll play probably a Big Six team in the final, most likely. If you take that trophy away from them, you've directly caused them pain. Tottenham don't directly cause teams pain. That's the problem.
Do you know what it is though? The manager wants to win. Some of those players wants to win, but guess what? They need help. They need help. The squad is not built. Turkish is going to say this, and he's going to look at me and say I'm going to start calling out Daniel Levy. No, Spurs. SAEED is right. Spurs have spent a lot of money. We spent a lot of money, but yet you look at our team, it is still not good enough to win. Well, it's not good enough to challenge for major honors, right? It's not good enough. And what does that? And why isn't it good enough? Because we've spent some money on some good players. Yes, we have. The recruitment undoubtedly has been better the last 2 to 3 years. But the problem is Spurs are not risk takers. We don't take risks, right? The teams who win, there's always a tipping point where they're like, you know what, we're going to go all guns blazing. We're going to back this. We're going to back these lot, right? You guys, Arsenal last year, 100 million or 105 million, Declan Rice. It's too much money, but that's the guy you want. You want to challenge for the league, we're going to give you that. Liverpool, when they sold Coutinho, they said, you're going to sign Van Dijk, you're going to sign Alisson, we're going to give you the players you need to go and really, really assault. Spurs spend a lot of money on players that they want to try and either build up or players that are good enough now. Yeah. When it comes to the players that can really be the difference maker, how long have I been banging on about Eze? I mentioned Eze last summer, mentioned Eze this summer. Players who can really, really take you from, because it's getting top 4 is Spurs have done the top 14 in the last couple of years. We've done the top 14. No matter what anyone tells me, Spurs are capable of getting top 4. But what's harder is going from 4th to 2nd or 1st, right? And the players that can take you from 4th to 2nd or 1st, we don't sign enough of those players. And when we do have the opportunity to sign those players, we'll say, oh, why rather than spend 60 million on Eze, I'm going to spend 48 million on Brendan Johnson. That's Tottenham. Yeah, rather than pay him 180 bags a week, because I know Turkish his trigger finger is itching about Daniel Levy. No, we spend money. Rather than pay him 200 bags a week because he's the difference maker, I'm gonna get a player he's good, but he's not great. He comes in, he's nice, but he doesn't elevate Tottenham. I'm gonna pay him 120 bags a week. That's the reality at Tottenham.
Are you finishing above?
We don't sign enough of the 200 bags a week difference maker players. If we had someone like Eze in our attack yesterday, we're wiping the floor with Newcastle.
Are you finishing above United this season?
Yes, we are. We are. That one I'm confident on. We're better than Man United. We're going to be in the race for top 4.
I was trying to work out why he's hating. Like,
No,
I agree with you though. No, but I agree with you, Saeed. You shouldn't hate on Spurs because they're your rivals by the sounds of it.
It isn't fair though. It isn't fair because it's going to sound like I'm taking the piss. I'm not taking the piss. But no, I'm not taking the piss. Tell me if I'm wrong.
He's going to say, I'm not taking the piss, but then he goes.
Let him say what he's going to say.
No, because
he's definitely going to take the piss.
I want people to know. I want people to know there's a difference between TOBS and Tottenham, right? There's a difference between both. And
no, for me, they're both losers.
In terms of the Big 6, yeah, and TOBS, you have to agree with this. In terms of the
when I flog you,
in terms of the Big 6, yeah. Tottenham are lucky to be here in the Big 6.
Not lucky
that's not a joke. That's not disrespect.
No, we're not lucky to be here. Why are we lucky to be here?
See, this is where you lose me then. At least you have to admit and look in the mirror and take a... You are lucky to be here, bro. Because every other team that's here have seen massive success in some way, shape or form.
But why was it called the Big 6?
Because the big clubs were made of the massive success. Your big...
No.
Your big
why
name
did it
is made of Daniel Levy.
Answer my question. Why did it change from the top 4 to the Big 6?
Money.
I thought it's because the hot dogs were bigger.
What was literally happening to change it from the top 4 to the Big 6?
Money.
No, it wasn't money. It was the fact
money.
that it was the fact that teams that were not traditionally in the top 4 were finishing in the top 4. That's why it
I didn't realize we'd be discussing if we can still be associated with this club.
How is it incorrect? Secondly, you're saying Spurs are lucky to be in this big six. How does that make sense? If I look at the last 20 Premier League seasons, I can guarantee you at least 14 of them, Spurs are finishing in the top six. So when we're talking about big six teams, what do you mean we're lucky to be there?
Is that true?
We're literally there because we finish in the.
With all due respect,
so what are you saying here?
This ain't the top six. This ain't the top six show. This is the big six show.
Yes, and I asked you a question. And I asked you a question. What made it change to big? Because it's not. Spurs were finishing fifth and sixth during Martin Yo times. What made it shift? It's because Tottenham started to actually finish in the top four. Finishing
it was a Costanel trophy, man. It was a Costanel Soul trophy.
Like, we're finishing above teams that are meant to be positioning the big six. Why are you in the big six?
That's what got
big six, because we're finishing above these teams that are meant to be in the top four. Let's be serious.
So let me take your answer to what I said. So you've entered the big six. You've entered this market.
I think Leicester should be in the conversation for this
success in different
areas.
You've entered that market by finishing top six sometimes.
No, we've entered that market because no. We entered that market because we were finishing in the top four.
So how many times Aston Villa have to finish in top four before we make it big seven? Let me know.
Aston Villa have been relegated, brother. Aston Villa have been relegated.
That's not the answer. I'm saying how many years did they have to finish in top four before we say they're as big? No, not as big, but they're in the big seven, let's say, because they've got the Champions League and stuff behind them as well. Like they've got.
Okay, cool. When Aston Villa go 10, 15 years in the top six with multiple top four finishes, right, and a title challenge in between one of these seasons, then we can have a different conversation. Until that happened, don't mention
Then you think it's fair to enter
exactly until that happens. Don't mention Aston Villa to me. And your point.
Can we put Leicester in?
I think it goes on trophies, doesn't it? The top six.
They won a league and a cup. That's big.
The top six most successful teams in England are these six.
Exactly. Exactly. And there you go. That was
Aston Villa.
What do you define success for Tottenham? What do you define success?
Trophies. Don't say what you.
One trophy. The big trophy.
Wait. What do you define success?
Trophies. Success.
Then Leicester are above Tottenham then.
How?
No, he just said, Steve just said
okay, so trophies. So
if you look at the top
trophies are the metric.
League and the FA Cup.
I think so.
If you look at the big six teams in the Prem, Leicester have not won more trophies than Tottenham. So
basically, hold on.
No. This Chelsea fan here, Spurs were winning trophies before you were even fucking born, bro. What are you talking about?
Well, I would hope so.
What are you talking about?
I was only born in '97.
Your trophy success.
I'm a young lad.
Your trophy success was artificial from
artificial.
Wow. Before that, yes, you won.
I'd rather have artificial than nothing. No official.
Yeah. So would I. But you should have some manners.
So don't lie.
No. You should have some manners.
I said 3.5 minutes.
Manners. I don't have to have any manners. I've got 2 stars. I don't have to have any. Brother, from the time my club were the only club in this capital city of the country to lift the Champions League, I don't have to have any manners. I don't have to have any manners. And I definitely have to have manners.
And I ain't gonna have it.
I'm sorry. You are gonna have it. You are gonna have it.
I'm not gonna have it. I'm not gonna have it.
You're not even in the country. You are gonna have it.
100%.
Money, I can't believe you're gonna have it.
You're not going to tell me.
Where's that hammer, man? Where's that bloody Steve? Did you bring that hammer with you?
The day I talk, let me tell you something. The day I talk to Tottenham with respect, kick me off the show. Kick me off the show. The day I talk to Tottenham with respect, you kick me off the show. I'm not going to talk to Tottenham with any respect. You've not done anything. You've done absolutely nothing for anyone. Especially
then we got a conversation. If Villa wins,
Chelsea to respect.
That's it. That's all I said. That's all I was going to say, Steve. Guys, stop both of you.
Hold on.
I know my role. You were the one that's
Turkish.
Time out.
Do it.
A whole Chelsea football club talking about respect Tottenham. You must be mad.
Stop.
A whole last Chelsea football club respect.
Stop.
Time.
No, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
No, stop.
You've been dragged in as well. How did you get rattled in this? Like you're actually.
Because did you see the way he was talking to my club?
Stop. What do you mean your club? You mentioned Villa and
Who do you think you are?
You mentioned Villa and Leicester. You're telling me who do I think I am? You.
That's crazy.
So I need. You mentioned Villa and Leicester. You're telling me.
Okay, stop.
No, it's trophies. It's trophies.
Like Steve says, look, stop. Don't interrupt me. The only time we're gonna re-engage in this conversation, guys, goes for both of you. is when Villa win another trophy. Because at the moment, according to Steve's stats, or whoever was told him whether, they're one behind. So there's no more conversation.
Okay, so no, I just can I ask Toby
Halas.
something? So if Aston Villa win a trophy, what do we do? Rock, paper,
We have a
scissors, say
conversation.
who's in the big six then?
We have a conversation.
We have a
It's
conversation.
not just the trophies. It's the
I think
trophy.
so.
That's why I said we have a conversation.
Yeah, I agree. I said it's not, but I was very clear in what I said. I said if Aston Villa win silverware and they can do the consistent 10 to 15 years, staying at this level, then we have a conversation. Until that happens, I don't want to hear about teams. Respectfully, I don't want to hear about teams who have been relegated.
Okay.
I don't want to hear about teams who've been relegated.
Okay.
Sorry, that aren't Man City.
Don't be sorry. Just shut up. Okay.
Simple.
Wow.
Okay.
Simple.
Safe. I hear you.
I think if Villa win a trophy, then we got to get a Villa representative on, like Jeff, and then Toby and the Villa have got to have a penalty shootout, and whoever wins stays on. Whoever loses done. Because I know for a fact Toby's losing because if he'd be shinning it, everything you've never seen anything like it.
I just want Turkish to, before we move on from Spurs, I just want Turkish to address the elephant in the room, because he always does this defense league for Daniel Levy. You look at our window this summer, Spurs has spent what, close to 150 million. We made 72 million. We spent a bit of money. The players that we signed, they're all good players. Only one player improves the 11 immediately. The rest, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, that are good talents. They're good players, but they're not players who are going to affect the here and now. So and these are players that we spent significant money on. Archie Gray cost 35, 40 million. I came on here and I was saying, yo, that's big money. We need ready-made players. Man were telling me, oh, Tobes, stop talking. Oh my God, he's a baller. He's this, he's that. So cool. Spurs are spending this money, right? You question the guy that you defend and tell him to start spending money on players that are going to shift the landscape of Tottenham Hotspur. Take us from 4th to 2nd. Not 4th to 5th or 4th to 4th or 5th to 6th, right? Take us from 4th to 2nd now, right?
You liked it when you signed Maddison, right?
Maddison is a baller. We need more players like Maddison.
He's a genius, but you liked it when you signed Ndombele, right?
Yes, and he was a flop. What's your point?
You liked it. What I'm saying is, it's not necessarily what you like that's going to bring what you want from Tottenham. I've learned that as well from Arsenal. How many players did I doubt over the years? So you saying this level of player, bro, you've brought in players you like, and what have you said? They flopped. You had 100.
Richarlison was another one.
What you're doing is
you had a 100-goal a season striker, and the reality is, Levy could have sold him 4 or 5 years before he sold him for 100 M's or whatever it was. But why did he hold on as much as he did? I guess there was some sort of ambition there.
Because he's a world-class striker.
Okay, but what you're saying, he's all about the money and the bottom line and that. If it was that, he would have got rid of him. Well,
no, I'm not saying that's all he's about. I'm saying we need more, right? We need more. We're spending all this money. Yet I'm having to ask for more. Why is that? Is that normal?
You've got it wrong. That's why you've got it wrong.
So we at Chelsea and Man United can tell you that.
I didn't like the club. If you want more, you've got it wrong. Matisse wants more, so Chelsea have got it wrong recently.
Okay, and who
wants more? Man United. I want more, and I don't think we got it right. So what do you mean?
Who sets the vision of the club?
The vision of the club.
If we've got it wrong, to your point, who sets the vision of the club? Who dictates how the club will move?
What's the vision to dare is to do? Like, I don't know who said that. That's not Levy's fault.
You're not a dumb guy. Who is the ultimate decision maker at Tottenham? You just said
you should leave it there. I'll be wrong. You should leave it there. You should.
Yeah, man, we got to move on, Tobs, man. Just hugging up.
Man said, what is the vision to?
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay, no problem.
The game is about glory.
No comment.
One of them two.
No problem.
One of them.
Yo, that's crazy.
It's cool.
That's crazy.
Listen, next Sunday or this Sunday after next, boy, it ain't safe. That's what I'm gonna say. It ain't safe for somebody, and I hope it's not me. I hope it's not me.
Yeah, it's to do.
I'll tell you, that watch along is going to be one for the ages.
It's going to be a mad one. I can't wait for it. Let me get the Tottenham super chats. And Daniel says, "What's this Kulu disrespect I'm hearing. Was one of our best players yesterday, especially the second half when he was in the 8. Personally been better than Maddison. All out for Europa, get a trophy and the Champions League.
The Kulu one, yeah, he wasn't even bad yesterday. He was okay. Man are just attacking him for what? Odebear was awful yesterday. I've not heard anyone mention Odebear. And I like Odebear. He was terrible.
I've seen that miss. He did a miss at back post.
But
should have edited it.
I think the standard that people expect from Kulusevski. Like Kulusevski, in my opinion, when he came in that first 6 months, you would have expected this guy to go on to win Tottenham games at times. He doesn't win Tottenham games. So we're talking about Kulusevski and saying, oh, he was okay or he was better than usual. Like, where's the standard? Huh?
Did you watch the Everton game?
The Everton game? No,
I didn't watch the Everton game.
No, I didn't watch the Everton game.
So you didn't see his performance in the Everton game?
No, but I'm saying I'm not talking about Kulusevski like in a couple games. I'm talking about over the course of a long period of time. Let's not talk about Kulusevski over 90 minutes.
I agree.
Do you disagree with me? Over a long period of time, you're talking about he's not even a starter.
I agree. I fully agree. He needs more. He needs to do more. But I'm not really attacking him yesterday. I don't think he did much wrong.
I'm saying in general. You know what I mean? Because he needs to be doing more.
He does need to do more. But we also need to sign better players. Yeah, straight.
And we have Arsenal and Chelsea to cuss yet, Toby. Stop.
And I still got a few super chats. So
yeah, it's Matisse and TURKISH's fault.
You're responding to every bait.
It's you. You just, bro. Do you expect me to keep quiet? If you put my club in the
he's
mud,
done it again.
No, sorry. If you come here and you're an ultra disrespectful to my club, do you think I'm some mug that's just gonna sit here and just take it?
Yeah. You're not Tottenham though. You're told.
I don't care. I don't care.
What do you mean? Sit there like
I am told. So my opinions sometimes are different from other Spurs fans and the club. But as a principle, you can't mock my club, and I'm just gonna sit here and say nothing.
The fucker, man.
Sorry.
Cool.
It's not gonna happen.
Sorry, Grizz. Sorry.
Hold.
Still says so. Every trophy after 2000. so every trophy after 2000 does count, or after financial injection. Spending money is the easy bit. Tobes, build a franchise and then talk. Tobes, you're being disingenuous again. Go to bed and get some rest.
I will. After this, I'm going to bed.
If he says, I don't know if you've noticed, Tobes, my brother, your feng shui is all over the place right now. Every week, brother, how long will this pain go on?
This is mad. I wasn't even angry about the Newcastle game. It was you, man, that made me angry
next week.
It was SAEED. I'm not SAEED.
Like, I just
clocked who done it. It was SAEED that turned this whole thing on his head.
What did I do?
You started talking about cook him. You forgot?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, but I didn't say about top 6 and
bro.
The game. I was talking about the game. Like, what happened after? It's not down to me.
We can review Arsenal and Chelsea next week. It's fine.
Yeah,
1-1s. Who the fuck cares, man? Tax Evader says, Tobes, do you think if Spurs get relegated, you could win the championship?
Yes. Next question, but I guess we'll never know.
Just want to remind everyone, Tobes said Bergvall will be the young player of the season.
Yeah, why not? Should I not back my play? I don't understand.
He's give you a million reasons why not, bro.
No, he's a very good player. He's a very good player.
Time.
I'm backing him. I'm Steve. Bergwijn.
Oh, you want to go with the same prediction?
I'm Team Bergwijn.
You want to go with the same prediction?
Everyone knows that prediction.
Which one?
Not.
Bergwijn's gone to Saudi Arabia, mate.
I know that one.
Let's be serious.
Steven Bergwijn, a pussy.
Steven Bergwijn.
I forgot about that. Manny says 3.5 minutes Spurs segment is more than enough.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Grizz, what a call.
No,
we've done way too much.
Way too much.
No, it's been an hour, bro. United.
So no one in the footballing world spends this long on Tottenham Hotspur.
I don't care.
That's why we're the big 6.
That's why we're the big 6.
This is the most exposure they've ever got in their lives, ever, on the big 6.
Yeah,
nonsense.
Sometimes, man. Sometimes.
Absolute nonsense.
Grizz is the rudest, He's the rudest.
Yo,
nonsense. I ain't getting into this again, but that's not.
Has Match of the Day ever talked
Grizz is low-key the rudest, I swear.
Has Match of the Day ever said this song?
I'm sorry. This guy is sat and he's you know what? Let me not talk.
Look at the way his cap is, by the way. Man's like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you know.
No.
He's not even sitting up.
Carry on.
His face is barely above the mic.
I'm gonna deal with you, bro. I promise you.
Yo, well, I got with a cap though, Grizz, man. Yo, big man.
Somebody put in the comments of the watch along, Grizz, dress your age.
Don't listen to them, uncle, man. Don't listen to them,
on,
man. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Tell them,
I hate the
uncle, man.
game. I'm just come, man. You know what I mean?
Fresh Grizz, man. Fresh
Many
Grizz,
men.
Grizz.
You know what I mean?
Many men.
You know what? After the
Many
way
men.
James was asking for slots bubble to burst, he kind of has to hold that.
Who is death upon me? You know?
Now I'm just gonna double down. I'm just gonna go even
You are, I
harder.
know.
Okay, sure.
I'm dying.
Hope saying we'll talk about Chelsea. Like Chelsea ain't looking more promising than cockerel chokers. Please stay in your shit lane. Grizz is right.
Okay.
When it comes to crunch time, the final 20, Maddison is always subbed off last season and this one. He's not trusted in the clutch moments.
That's down to the manager. Nonsense.
Okay. Van der Ven and a 6. Ange Ball is too open. Bought talented youth, 150 M spent, and Solanke the only change to the first 11. No left-hand side cover or 6 plus nasty wingers.
Just said this. With Van der Ven, it's still open. So,
and Andre says Spurs dead transfer window, losing again to Newcastle, and TOBS wants to trash Oasis.
Because I said Oasis.
I seen that.
What's the problem? They are mid.
Jazzy Jeff back in the building says Kai 2, Solanke 0. Apology video loading. TOBS, are Spurs winning a trophy this season? Would appreciate a simple yes or no. I'm pondering a £500 extra bet.
I hope so.
Jeff's back again. Jeff ain't over there in Mauritius with you, is he? He's eating there. If you're in that room,
no, he's not.
I said, yeah, Jeff ain't back again. TOBS, you had Kane and Son at their prime and still won nothing.
Yeah.
Man, like Mark, you know,
look elsewhere, brother. Look elsewhere.
Oh, that Mark again. Everton have 9 league titles to Spurs 2 and most consecutive seasons in the top flight.
Everton, what? Premier League. Talk to me about Premier League. Yeah, they do have more league titles, but they don't have more trophies.
How dare you?
Wait, do you have Premier League titles?
No, we don't.
Talk to me about
they have more league.
Yeah, that's what I picked up on. I thought that was
outrageous.
Quite strange. I thought that was quite odd.
That's outrageous.
I thought that was very cheeky.
Kick him out.
This ain't the 80s, brother. This ain't the 80s.
That was very cheeky comment.
Man's talking about Everton. This ain't the 80s, bro. You'll see, man, I'm saying Everton have been people want Everton in the championship. Come on, man. Don't talk to me about Everton,
you have to get
please.
the point, though. At least they had the 80s or whatever they had. That's
and Tottenham had trophies in the 70s and the 60s and some in the 80s as well.
Don't say 70s, 60s, and some here. Like, bro.
Yeah, it's the truth. We did. We did.
9
Why am I
league
lying?
titles.
We did.
what was the last trophy Spurs won?
2007. We
League
gave
Cup.
it to them.
2008,
2008.
Who was it? One Day Ramps.
Yeah. It's going to be 20 years soon.
Crazy.
Wow.
I would expect.
Matchday Guru says, get us tossing and sack this Maddison lover. Chicken on a ball doesn't belong here anymore. The dare is to do. 13 league titles. You only have 2.
You're taking the piss.
Am I meant to say something?
No, you're not meant to say shit. He's setting you up. Allow it.
I'm just looking around the chat to see if I've missed anything. That's all. Ah, cool. Chelsea 1-1. That bounce back didn't last long. Matisse.
The energy, bro.
Waste,
I didn't have the energy. After all of the talking, 2 hours, 7 minutes in, what can I say? First half, played very, very well. I was as happy as you can be being 1-0 up because I think we needed to score 2. And obviously we know the reason why in the second half. But yeah, we played well. I thought we controlled the game at times. We transitioned when we need to. Madueke and Palmer linking up for the Jackson tap-in. I thought the referee was a joke in the first half. He should have had multiple Palace players booked for hacking our players down. But I didn't think it was going to be so important because I thought we was going to continue playing well in the second half. Caicedo was good in the first half. I thought the defenders were brilliant. We didn't give Palace no opportunities. But I'm also wary of the fact that I don't think Palace have a strong team in comparison to last year. So I expected us to be better. We did the double over them last year, so I expected us to be better against them. And we let it go in the second half, man. We dropped our game. We let them back in. I don't think they were, having chance after chance, but they just controlled the game a lot more in the second half. And Eze just did something out of nothing. That was like their first moment where I was like, this is the first time I'm seeing Palace put some serious assault on our goal, and it just went straight in. And it's 1-1. We never got back into the game.
We never got control of the game again. We never battered their goal down in the last part of the game when we needed to win the game. And everybody just started getting worse. You know, Madueke had a nice start. Then he just started having loose touches, miscontrols, dispossessed. Enzo overhit passes, not enough creativity in the midfield, not good enough passing. Jackson had a nice 1v1 set up by Mudryk. Should have maybe scored, but it was at the same time it was a great save. It was a great save. But you know, thing is with Jackson is that he gets his goal, but the top striker, world-class striker, gets 2 in that game. They do put that chance away. So it's a humbler for him. It's a moment for him where he has to be humble and he has to be like, I'm not ready. I'm not that. Not that you're not ready, because when you cost what he costs and you make what he makes in comparison to others. Yeah. But that was for the celebration. But it's just a humbler to say, listen, you still need to fix your finishing. You still need to improve your finishing. You've got gears to go. But like I said, he didn't cost double the money. So if he did, there'd be a lot more problems for him. But he didn't cost enough for us to not put someone ahead of him. We could have, you know, got a better striker potentially and put someone ahead of him. No problem. But we haven't done that. So, you know, that's our own fault.
What's your thoughts on giving him a contract until the next lifetime?
I don't agree with it. I think the only person that justified a wage increase was maybe Cole Palmer. He got that. But Jackson, for me, no. Like, it was a good season last year in terms of his goal output, but there's still flaws. There's still, you know, there's still big chances missed that you can get into the deep metrics and say there's loads to improve. I don't think we got a season that warranted a whole new wage. I think keep him motivated. You know, I'm not saying that he won't be, but just keep him humble and say, listen, that was good start, but there's more to do. You need to go and back that up. You need to go and get 17, 18, 19, 20. So yeah, I didn't really understand that. I thought it was a bit over the top and a little bit, a bit early from us, but yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, man, listen, at the end of the day, we should have won the game. Like on every stat, we come out better than them, but it's not good enough. When you're at home against Palace, I think with no Nketiah available, no Chalobah available, they've got another centre-back from Wolfsburg not available. It wasn't the strongest Palace team. We should have beat them. So I think it's 2 points dropped, obviously, and it's something that we can't afford to be doing. But yeah, we just have to just move on. Like Steve said earlier, I'm pissed that we don't have the game coming up to just correct the wrongs, because international break is a long time to simmer over a 1-1. But yeah, it is what it is. Felix came on, got through a couple players, weak shot. Mudryk come on, set up one chance, but need more. Nkunku comes on, could have done better as well with his moments. So yeah, just need to improve. But the one thing that did improve was the defense. Defense was much better after some of the shambolic defending we've been seeing. That was nice to see Fofana and Colwell improving, and Fofana coming back from multiple knee injuries, ACL. It's good to see him looking a bit better and looking close to what we want from him. So yeah, it's good to see those improvements. But yeah, long way to go.
Considering the time, let me get the super chats in. Always painful to see a Chelsea fan giving it large when their whole history is manufactured by a corrupt Russian oligarch. Filthy excuse of a club.
Not even going to respond.
Start off lightly there. Max says 2 years and over £1 billion later, Chelsea's best CM is wearing sky blue. Mateo Kovacic is an absolute baller. Rico Lam 2 top class. That one came in earlier. That's it on the Chelsea ones. So we move. I've got 7 super chats left. Let me see what they're on. What's this one? Dial Square says, if it's all light, Steve, why have you got to keep selling it like double glazing? You can't, but what's the proper way? I think
you can't buy.
Oh, you can't buy what's the proper way.
£5. I really appreciate that.
It's all delete.
Jazzy Jeff asking, what is everyone's most special trophy win you've witnessed for your club in your lifetime? Can we go around the panel? No particular order. Thanks.
For me, the first... Oh, it's a tough question, actually.
People know Man Invincibles. That's an easy one for for someone who's lived through it.
I'd say the first Champions League, because I was a lot younger for the first Prem that I've witnessed. The first Champions League was ridiculously... Yeah, it was like unbelievable.
Yeah, probably Champions League, because it was a treble. So yeah, Istanbul.
2008, me Champions League, man, must go, man.
Oh, okay.
2005 Istanbul, the comeback, the great
Milan.
Sorry, lads.
What was yours, Tom?
Nah, listen, man. Right, guys, man, don't.
I'm getting off screen.
Guys. Yeah.
Hey, Jazzy Jeff's a nasty individual, man. Nasty individual.
If I cuss this guy, anyway, cool. When I cuss this guy back, I don't want anyone to tell, "Oh, Tobes, you're going too far. You're doing too much." Cool.
Just say the trophy, man. Say the trophy.
Fuck off.
No, Steve, where's friend, man? Steve, where's friend? Come on. Where's friend, man? We're his friend.
Hey, Jazzy Jeff is nasty. Matisse, did you start with you on purpose? Because the way it
No,
went
I
down-
honestly, I was trying to pick between which one. It was a tough question.
Nah, that was good. That was Jazzy, valued member of the community, man. Don't let.
He's got it in for Toby.
I like the second Champions League as well. That's the thing.
The waste man.
The first one was sick, but the second one was what? It's tough, man.
Roberto says, aside from all the trolls and the banter, big up you lot. Great show. Been great to see you all grow. Shout out Steve for returning and Turkish for hosting. Big up Roberto, man. Come on. Always love. Suj says,
has Jazzy Jeff's picture got a picture of you with a Wenger out t-shirt?
Bro, back in the day, man.
AI. Listen,
don't worry, man. Don't worry. We got that.
Before I was even making content, I was watching AFTV and Turkish just running amok. It's like it was brilliant.
Don't worry, man.
I was like, what the fuck's going on over there?
Bro,
I didn't know this whole culture existed.
Them years,
you know what I mean?
Them years when it was super toxic.
I was an outsider, bro.
It might be coming back, man. The Turkish I see right now, the Turkish I've been seeing last couple of weeks.
A revolution. I was just sitting in my room, just watching it, like, wow, this is fascinating.
I said AI, you know, that's crazy.
AI, bro. Suj said, just wanted to big up the community. Been dealing with major health stuff over the last few years, and the broader community has helped me get through it. Love for the love. Come on, big Suj.
Yeah, big up Suj, man. He's always in everyone's chat.
Hope you're well, my bro. Hope you're well. Big up the community
Suj,
for supporting Suj.
Yeah, man.
Another valued member of the community.
Definitely.
Cool. So that's that. Leave him alone. He's already dead. Taylor said 4 super chats left, but we've run out of time. 2 hours, 16 minutes, man. Everyone wants to go. I'm getting messages saying let's wrap it up. So on that note, shall I get these 4 super chats in and call it a night?
No, I think
we need to talk about your.
You need to mention your club.
We got time.
Or did you, like who's sending you
started
these
the show
messages?
earlier today just for this 9 o'clock start.
You're too busy talking about Tottenham.
We got 8 minutes.
Now you don't want to talk about
8 minutes. Yeah, 8 minutes.
Yeah, no, we can talk.
It's a controversy. It's a controversy.
It's a shame, isn't it? It's a fucking shame what happened.
It's a real shame. It's a real
let's talk. Let's talk. I'm gutted because I know every point counts at the end of the season. So as much as people might call it overreaction and whatnot, it was 2 points dropped, and it's a bad 2 points to drop. Listen, you can say the referee played a part. The rules of the law say it's a yellow, so he got a red. Cool. I think Veltman should have followed with a red card after for violent conduct, but you know, at least Arteta and Rice have both came out and they haven't lent on the excuses. They've said it is a second yellow card. So that's that. We should have still won the game, and that's my problem, because before that red card and after the red card, we had our chances. We had our openings. We had the space. Obviously, before the red card, we dominated a lot more of the game, and I think we saw last season, even though we closed out a lot of games being 2 goals up or 1 goal up, it's very tight being 1 or 2 goals up. We know that in the Premier League. So conviction was the word of the summer. We wanted to bring in a striker to add that conviction, and I think Brighton kind of further exposed that. I think, you know, we go a couple goals up when we're dominating in the first 25-30 minutes. I think the red card doesn't matter as much because they only really had 1-2 chances after, and we had the best chance after the red card. So the red card affected the game. It allowed Brighton to get back into it, but Havertz should be scoring that chance, and Saka should be scoring that chance. I say should be doing better at the very least, but both should have scored. And Gabriel's mistake, and I know Saliba played his part too, but really Gabriel's the one that should have engaged and didn't engage physically enough, which is weird because Gabriel is the more physical one of the two. It's dropped points, and when I'm looking at City start the season like they're starting, and Haaland's got 7 goals in 3 games, and you all know I wanted a striker more than anything this summer, or someone that brings goals. You can never match up to Haaland. There's no one out there that matches up to Haaland. He's an alien. But it would have been nice to have someone in there to be that gut, to be the difference. Eddie was the different striker before. We got rid of him, and I'm not saying we should have kept him. I'm saying I expected that different striker to have come in. It hasn't, and I think that will let us down because we are light in multiple positions as well, as not having that conviction up front, in my opinion. So yeah, big blow, 2 points dropped going into I'll say 2 of our 3 toughest away games of the season. Tottenham and City. I think you couple that up with Liverpool as well, and you'd say that's our 3 toughest away games. So going into these next 2, Marino's out of both. Rice is suspended for Tottenham. You know, unless he throws Nwaneri in against Tottenham, it's looking like Jorginho and Partey. So already how light we are is being exposed. And yeah, Saeed, you mentioned that there's a bit of the old me back. Well, because I put it.
Yeah, I can't lie, man. The Turkish arc's been back, man. I've seen frustrated. I've seen having arguments with Don Robbie. Like, bro, I was like, yo, man. Like, do you feel like you've done enough though? Because I feel like you feel frustrated. Like,
no.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the options off the bench were looking like,
yeah.
You know what
I'm saying? Sterling. What do you mean? They got Sterling.
Sterling.
Right,
Sterling.
They got a new goalkeeper, a new defender, a new midfielder.
Who's he?
Where you going, bro?
Neto.
So they signed. No. I want this guy to practice what he preaches because they've literally strengthened in every single department of their team.
Oh yeah.
What's the problem? Caliafori, Marino, Raheem Sterling, and a new goalkeeper. You've literally strengthened
all 4 positions.
We have. How is our attack stronger? How is
Sterling? You got Sterling. And you sold Nketiah. That's stronger.
What do you mean? I wanted all of them gone, but in terms of our attack, numbers wise, we've let go of Reece, Smith Rowe, Fabio Vieira. That's 4 man in attack.
Fabio Vieira
midfield. Let's say midfield.
Vieira didn't play. Emil Smith Rowe didn't play. Reece Nelson. You mentioning Reece Nelson is hilarious to me. Like, that is actually laughable.
Bro, Sterling's better than all of them, but you can't compare 5 man to 1 is what I'm saying. Because if that one gets injured or something happens, or he doesn't rediscover his form 3 years ago, you haven't even left yourself with other options, even if you're not happy with those options. Because
you can say Smith Rowe's been replaced by the Spanish midfielder, so we can take him out of it. So it's Nelson and Nketiah versus Sterling because front 3. And Nketiah and Nelson, man, they don't offer enough, and they haven't been big enough contributors for them to be
for real. Like
anywhere near.
Man mentioned Vieira.
Vieira, bro. Numbers is depth.
Man mentioned Brian Hill. Oh,
numbers is
Brian Hill, bro.
Numbers is depth. If Odegaard gets injured, who comes in?
Numbers is not, bro. Numbers is numbers, bro. Sometimes
no. Numbers is also part of depth, though. Like I said, if Odegaard
how many games did Fabio
Vieira
play? How many games has Fabio Vieira played for Arsenal since he signed?
I don't know exactly, but I see Babs' tweet the other day that said Emil Smith Rowe, Eddie, and Fabio Vieira played part in 72 games last season, or 72 appearances, whether off the bench or starting. And that's without Reece Nelson on the last day. So let's say 72 from them 3 alone appearances in one. Do you think Sterling can do that 72 times? And even if he could, is he going to be as good as he was 2 years ago? Because that's what we're assuming is the upgrade on what we have. We are light.
He's there to prove it.
All right, we're light. But I'm telling you now, we're light. So when it comes up that we eventually because last season we was quite lucky with injuries in key areas. I think defensively we're a lot more covered, but midfield we're still as light as we was last.
Funny that. So
Zinchenko can be the.
You mean to tell me you can spend money, you can improve the squad, and you can still be light? Interesting.
Yeah.
But when it's Tottenham, you don't seem to grasp that can be a possibility.
But this is a completely different argument. What do you mean?
I just wanted to analyze your way.
It's completely different. It's very different.
I think you should look at playing Zinchenko in Odegaard's position if he gets injured.
What, number 10 Zinchenko?
Bro, he did not play 10 for his contract.
Are you skunk?
I want to see Zinchenko further up the pitch.
He's taking a piss, man. He's taking a piss.
Why are you always trying to force guys into?
No, because bro, like he said, he doesn't have depth. So I'm just trying to think of solutions. Zinchenko should be further up the pitch.
Odegaard
you want me to follow TOBS' footsteps? You want me to follow? I'm not going to pass. I'm not gonna do it.
Shake my hand, don't leave me hanging. Come on.
Yeah,
He's
good,
left
good shout. Vinny and
He's,
10.
he's
Good
low
shout.
center of gravity.
I'm gonna let Robbie know, and he'll shout out.
Let him
Good
receive
shout.
in the half
Good
spaces, turn, pass. What are we doing?
To be fair, Timber was playing in midfield when you were down.
Zinchenko's technically
so
good.
Why don't you put him in midfield?
Yeah.
Timber steps into
I don't know why
midfield.
people are giving me
It's
shit.
Exactly.
different.
So
It's different. I've never heard you say start Stones in midfield. He steps into midfield. It's different.
According to some people, he's. In fact, let me know. Let's not.
You want to get Steve started now.
No disrespect on Stones, man.
Yeah, but yeah, that's how I'm feeling. Obviously, back-to-back Big Six away games for us as well. So the next couple, we could be 5 points behind City. Come,
bro, it's peaking on, man. You don't want to be.
That's my problem. We could be 5 points behind City. Come 2 weeks.
That would be scrumdiddlyumptious.
Inshallah. Inshallah.
Scrumdiddlyumptious.
Bro,
Jesus'
what do you mean,
name.
inshallah, man? You want to win 5 in a row, man? What's going on here,
In
man?
Jesus' name.
You think a
Mate,
Tottenham
last
fan
week,
cares
Arsenal
about
beat-
Man City
Arsenal
winning
beat
5 in a
Villa.
row? That's your problem.
Arsenal beat Villa last week. All the Arsenal fans were saying, "Fucking hell, we've done Villa, we've done this away from home. What a great result! This, that, and the other." Their own fault was against Brighton. Declan Rice gets up and walks away. Don't get sent off. Simple as that.
Simple,
and then
man.
some guy messaged me and he went, "Yeah, but Veltman kicked the ball at him." Hold on a minute. Last week, the Arsenal fans were wanking over Ben White volleying the ball at McGinn and saying that was cool. So all of a sudden, no, it's not different. You don't go around booting the ball at people and say it's good, and then when someone boots the ball at your player, say it's bad.
Are you telling me Ben White's thing was the same as what Veltman did?
It's not. It's
No,
not
I'm
the same.
saying you can't say, "Oh, well, he booted the ball at him," but then the week before you're celebrating, he booted the ball at him.
But Steve, you can't pull out an Instagram message and say he said that he booted.
No, I just said this is what an Arsenal fan said to me, and I said, "What are you talking about?" Last week. What was it last week? Benny Blanco, he's a man. He kicks the ball at people. Wow, is that what we're celebrating now? Benny Blanco, nobody can bully Arsenal. Well, all your fan base is crying because Declan Rice got sent off. So Veltman, fair play to Veltman, because he had his pants down and sucked him into it and got him sent off. And Brighton came there, pulled your pants down, slapped your ass. João Pedro's doing the moonwalk in the corner, and you're all crying now, saying you ain't got enough players. It's all bullshit, man.
Do you know what? Can I just add? If like Man City and Pep, and I know he's a unique generational best in the world, but he finds solutions when he doesn't have players in certain positions. He's like, fine, I'll reinvent. I'll put Gundogan false 9. I can't believe that you man are laughing at the fact that Zinchenko played in an 8 that he's played before and being asked to do something where now you use your passing ability, use your press resistance. You can't defend. No, but what you say he's not good there. A manager can mold someone to do a job. You're laughing because it's so random to you. But if it was Pep, he would make it happen. No, seriously.
No, he wouldn't.
Pep would make it happen.
He
Yes, he would.
wouldn't, because he didn't.
He would.
He had him. He
Make it
didn't. He
happen.
didn't play him there.
How
No, but because he had other options. But I'm saying if Pep was in Arteta's position, what I just said would not be out of the ordinary. But because Arteta, it's like, oh, this is crazy. It's not crazy what I just said, you know. The more I deep it, the more I'm backing it.
Arsenal are a very, very good side. Listen, and I don't have all this when they play it down like, oh, they're a good side. And 99 times out of 100, they'll beat most teams. But at the end of the day, last year, Rodri got himself sent off for putting his hand around someone's throat. That is on Rodri, that. I ain't blaming anyone else but him. And Declan Rice, the lads in the changing room, he needs to throw his hands up and go, you know what?
Again, you're comparing someone grabbing someone's throat with someone getting kicked.
Listen, it's both petulance by the player.
I'll be real. Sorry.
Steve, hold on. Let me ask. You come from my era of football. Are you telling me that's a yellow card, Steve?
Yeah, in the new rules, it is.
The letter of the law.
No, it's not. Forget the rules.
In the new rules, it is. If you kick the ball away,
but
obviously common sense is different. Common sense is different.
Because my man is literally you can't boot a player and be unpunished. Like you can't. So it's either you send off both.
If you get in the way of a free kick and get booted, that's on you, mate.
No, but he didn't get in the way. He was walking away, and Veltman threw the ball into him. He wasn't in the way.
He had him over. We all would have done the same. I'd have done the same.
I think for me,
what I'm saying now is you can do that every week. Then a quick free kick, throw it at the guy and boot.
No, because most players just walk away. They don't get in the way like he did. He was stupid. He got in the way. He got sent off.
João Pedro literally kicked the ball away in the first half and he didn't get booked. That's what I'm saying. Referees, yes, it's the letter of the law is one thing, but referees need to. They can issue these cards at their own discretion sometimes. And in that situation, you just got to apply some common sense. Like Declan Rice, cool, yeah, you're right. It is a red card. It is a second yellow card, yes, because he's kicked the ball away. But a man, you can't just boot someone. You can't boot someone and then go and punish. Like that can't happen.
That's what Arteta said. Yeah, that's what Arteta said.
You can't boot someone and then
no, because Toby, he's gonna say, right, I went to take a quick free kick, and as I went to kick it, Rice kicked the ball away from me, so I swung and kicked Declan Rice. So he's got the perfect excuse.
It doesn't matter what he said. We saw it.
Perfect. Yeah, but what we saw and what he's going to say to the referee at the time is different. Declan Rice fell for it. Veltman volleyed through him because he knew he'd get away with it. I would have done exactly the same and said, hold on, I was trying to kick the free kick. He's booted it away. Rice is in the wrong here. Veltman's not in the wrong for trying to volley it.
I think for me, you know, Rice knows.
That is no, Steve.
Hold
on to this letter of the law when the charges come through, yeah? Hold on to the letter of the law when the charges come through. The same rules. I want to, for the rules, we're going to hold it, yeah? I hold the Rice. Let's see what Man City hold when it's time. Are we in agreement?
I think Rice knows what he's doing,
Declan Rice cost you points. Yeah, call your player out. Don't be worrying about Veltman. He's laughing his bollocks off in the changing room, and Brighton have all got the tunes on, raving the spuds off.
No, but
still talking about it now.
You're right. Rules are rules. So we'll follow that all season.
I've heard another one. The referee was from Manchester, so he done this. I heard all this bullshit from Arsenal, man. Just take it on the chin, man. You've dropped points. You want at the races. It is what it is.
Yeah, we did. And what can we do? 8K still here, 2.5 hours. So I'm going to get these last 9 super chats in and call it a night. Mook says, huh?
So no one respond to them.
City have taken over the Premier League so bad that in game week 3, we have to say it's 2 points dropped. Wild. Big up again for the great show. Yeah, because they've done it so consistently. It is. We know it. Turkish, what do you think about Martinelli? Nope. Playing in the 9. Nah, I don't want to see it. Henry has 175 goals and 75 assists. You're about to compare him to Salah, so piss off. TN Delta says, if Rico Lewis keeps these performances up, he will walk Young Player of the Year. Pep looks to have learned from his mistake with Kimmich. Steve, thoughts? GRIZZ struggled with that last one, I know. If Rico,
you know what it is? It's like people got to pick and choose their moments. 2 hours, 30 minutes, you're trying to do that. You're playing with it. You're playing
rolling ball 5 yards from point of foul, illegal restart. Even if ball was in play, would have been a throw-in and red for Veltman. The Rice card was harsh. If it was against my team, I'd be raging. But Arsenal and Arteta are always chirping at refs. They set themselves up. 2 more. Ryan, big up. Come on. Demand them as usual. Big Steve was good chatting to you for a good 15-20 at the bridge today. Oh, yeah. Come on. Turkish Arsenal just haven't done enough in the window. It rolls back the years. Familiar feeling. Abdullah, the last one. I'm an Arsenal fan. Some of our idiots saying it's because of Pep not winning the league. First of all, it's because of the owners. I got it, Abdullah, and I'm with you. You already know that. On that note, quick.
What a show, man. What a show.
Quick glance at the table. That's how it's looking. Matisse at top.
Woo! What's going on? Yo.
Still very early days. Early days.
Why do I always
do
this,
early, man? Still early.
You know what? I need to chill. Why do I always do this, man? I always fucking do
as long as GRIZZ is in my sights, it's still early. You know what I mean? Sorry, GRIZZ.
Bro, I always do this every season, bro. I just race ahead and just get dragged back.
Thank you to all the applicants for the design editing role, and we're still going through all of them. Any modes that need to come through, make sure you put them through now, because we're going through them all over the next couple of weeks. Big up, the love's been mad and the emails have been mad, so we just got to prioritize and catch up by sender and date and so on. But any more applicants, you feel free to send an email at thebig6show@gmail.com. Saturday, back your chat. We're going to post it all over socials. We're going to pin a comment below. If you can make it, make sure you let us know so we know what the engagement is going to be like on the day and what we can plan and what we can't plan. Love for the love as always, people. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. Our next live show is next Monday. It'll be a call-in show because obviously there's no games on the weekend. And then Thursday next week will be the game week 4 preview, the North London derby. We'll all be here again. Love for the love, people. We'll be back again soon. Peace.
Come on. Peace.
Wow.